lot of faces, but nothing can compare when our culture give them hell. I got love for my people. I got love for my people. I bust a fight and kill, but still I love my people. Still I love my people. Still I love my people. If it's up, it's up, it's up, but bro, I love my people. Bro, I love my people. Bro, I love my people. They wanted to rebirth, they been calling my name, say the world ain't the same. I need it more now than ever, man. If we raise divided the population in our nation, disgracing the reason we fall in them shackles and chains. But if they give us what they owe us, I bet you nobody complain. We some praying people leave, but we need to contain. Off my hiatus, been chilling with better rap. Re-envision my structure within the map. My divorce really killed me, but I came back stronger, no longer a slave to a fake that. It's a new soul, but I haven't been sprinkled, but seasoned. The reason I'm legend, I kept myself in the jar. No more holding it in, I'm unleashing everything from deep within. And what I'ma kick is knowledge. If you like it, you like it. You don't, then it's not a bother, brother. I keep it moving forward, and I stay in my lane before I was off the chain. If you know a little about me, y'all took the hard road, never wanted it easy. Took a few years to clean up. I traveled the mud, was dirty and greasy. I done been around the world, I done seen a lot of places. I done been around the world, I done seen a lot of faces. But nothing can compare when our culture give them hell. I got love for my people. I got love for my people. We might bust a fight and kill, but still I love my people. Still I love my people. Still I love my people. If it's up, it's up, it's up, but bro, I love my people. But bro, I love my people. But bro, I love my people. It's been about 8 years since I really been out here. They welcome me back with open arms. When I had to go turkey and lit up the stages, I gracefully gave them that southern charm. I was strung out on Molly. The music I produced was dangerous, more than a lyric bar. If I said it, I did it. That rapper kid saw that really been going too far. I was a minister, terrorist, robbing and shooting. Stay out all night, black and my smoke producing. Now I just want to give my kids the protection and keep them from using. I wish to give back to my people by any means. Like the streets of business opportunity. When them jail bars take you to your knees. Reassess the reason you really dream. Forever remain a G. Can't escape what is real as a man, and you better stand when you fighting a good fight. Know them people be lurking, they hate when you're doing right. The world will change, bro. It ain't like coming up in the 90s when people know. Now they scared to get hit when I pull out a gun and we got all betting to killing each other. I done been around the world, I done seen a lot of places. I done been around the world, I done seen a lot of faces. But nothing can compare when our culture give them hell. I got love for my people. I got love for my people. I bust a fight and kill, but still I love my people. Still I love my people. Still I love my people. If it's up, it's up, it's up, but bro, I love my people. But bro, I love my people. But bro, I love my people. I love my people. I love my people. Yeah, I love my people. Yeah,
I love my I love my people. I love my people. I love my people. Y'all don't think I love my people though, but I love the fuck out my people, man. Your boy Protocol is checking in the building. Look at them trying to get some more. Listen, boy, listen. When I tell you that the devil been active tonight, boy, this man has been doing some things. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I got to look, I got to check. But you probably didn't even get the top of this because the fucking devil was just doing what the devil do, man. Goddamn song they didn't want to play. The thing was mute. It's just crazy, but we here and it's another Friday. You know, this the kind of week it's been. It's been this kind of week. I lost my transmission in my truck this week. I got to spend another $9,000 for that. It's like, man, you know what? Hey, by the graces of God, though, that bank account say, all right, we could stand it, but you better take your black behind to work. So, you know, it's a couple jobs coming through. So we're going to see how that work, man. As I said, man, as you know, and if you don't know, it's your first time checking, you probably just stumbling across my voice, my fat face. I am your boy, DJ Protocol, checking in from the 912. DJ Protocol. Always coming with that heat, man. Welcome to Friday Night Flights, another Friday of awesomeness, a tough week of awesomeness and craziness, but still some awesomeness. So we're going to hit on all of that. So if you're checking it and you're feeling what you're hearing so far, make sure you hit that share button, hit that like, subscribe to the page, all that good stuff that all the content creators say. All I say is, man, watch the shit and get educated. That's all I got to say. So tonight is, if it ain't about the money, that's tonight's topic because, and if you ain't making no money and it ain't making no sense and you ain't piling up for your people, then what the hell is the sense of you doing this thing, man? You just here just to be here? If it is, then cuz don't talk to me, man. Go do something else. Cause I'm with movers and shakers and people who trying to have some generational wealth for their family. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to all the movers and shakers trying to have some generational wealth, like my sister, who is checking in the building with me tonight. Miss Mel J. Make sure we adjust that right there. Make sure she good. Yeah, we in there. All right, my girl Mel J is in the building.
Real nerdish over here.
Hey man, but
I
you
look like an accountant.
that's kind of how I go down. Don't move that mic over there for me just a little bit. Let's get you a little bit higher. Come on, man. You used to do radio stuff, man. You know how to adjust this mic stuff. What you doing?
It was terrible then.
Was it now? Was it terrible then?
It was terrible then.
Yeah,
So,
tighten it up.
and it's been years.
You don't forget that though. That's something you
Ugh.
just don't forget. I
Oh,
look
yeah.
at you. I see you forgetting right now.
I told you. Somebody's like riding a bike. No, it's not.
It is definitely like riding a bike, at least
know.
in my humble opinion. And it's like riding a bike, you know, like, or maybe I've been doing it for quite a while. So yeah, we'll let that happen. But yo, listen, man, my girl Mel is like a money master extraordinaire, at least in my eyes, because she done some things when it comes to dealing with money and counting money and watching money that outside of some old white folk that I knew growing up because of being in business with my dad, I ain't never really seen it before. Only young person I know looked like me that was managing funds for a city, or at least assisting them in the management of their funds, because they don't know what they'd be doing with it.
I'm no longer with them. So
And look at me trying to run up in there. Like,
you got it. You got it.
Somebody got to whip behind.
Yeah, you're right.
And I've been whipping behind online for so long to where it's like, you know what? You need to go in there, boy. You need to go ahead in there. You made the promise that, hey, as soon as Trump got out of office, you would run. And they took my dude out of office. You know, they gave us a little 4-year break from my guy. So, you know, while he's not in there, I'm going to take, hey, listen, I understand, you know, look, you look for, yeah, 4-year break, because he coming back, man. He coming back with a mean vengeance. And all I got to say is all the people who did wrong, they better watch out. And all my people who bought some money and want something for their family, they better get in where they fit in. Because we finna run the checkup.
And as we need to. As we need to.
We broke.
There's money out here. Let's go get it.
So we gonna run it up. We gonna tighten down on some things and get right as a country, because I think there's a lot of things that we have let go that we need to do something about. Right, we let a lot of morals go. We let a lot of principles and standings for families go. We got blurred lines to the point, like, I'm a girl dad now. You feel me? And I've grown up with a lot of women, a lot of strong women that I respect. I might get in trouble by some people, but I'm gonna call you a woman because I know you a woman. I know that you a woman.
You gotta get in trouble by me. I think that's what matters most.
So being that you a woman,
right,
and I know you a woman, I don't have to worry about your pronouns of being anything other than she, her, and woman, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, and since that's the way it's gonna be, I don't need it on your profile because I know. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I ain't even touched the board. Didn't even touch the board, and that was it. I'm going crazy. They had to drop my name. Like, it's crazy where we have blurred those lines, you know. And as a girl dad who's watching my daughter, who's only 2 at this point, come into a world where they're telling me and her that someone else, another gender, can just be in her shower and she can't say nothing, can just go to her bathroom and she can't say nothing. That's a problem. That's a problem to me. I don't need to blur those lines. Let's get some.
I agree.
Let's get some straightening.
All
right. Migos say don't nothing get straightening, but straightening.
That's it.
So we're gonna get some straightening. You know, girls over here, boys over here. I remember that, whether it was when we was in school and we had to get in separate lines to go to the bathroom, whether we was in trouble and they wanted to separate us on the bus, you know, because of the hanky panky. That's what it is.
if everybody actually had their own privacy, because the hanky panky is getting mixed up.
Oh man, listen,
So
this hanky panky, the brain, the good feathers, was that them? The good feathers. It's just a whole series of animaniacs around this thing, and I am not going manic with these people. So nah, I'm going in office, and I'm gonna get some straightening for Savannah. And 45 gonna come back and we gonna get some straightening for America. Hey, listen, it's only 4 years. It's only four, right? It's only four of some straightening of some butts getting whooped. You remember the kids when they was in trouble and y'all knew they was troublemakers, and we used to stay away from the troublemakers because we ain't want to get our butts whooped too. Same thing. Stay away from the troublemakers because they finna get their butts whooped for all the craziness.
Oh Lord.
Do you get your grades? Do you work, right? Build for your family.
Yeah.
Take advantage of them policies.
Oh, yeah.
And then when the 4 years done, say, thank you, Jesus.
That's it.
I stacked up.
That's it.
And we ain't gotta worry about him no more.
That's it. I'm not gonna
We
lie.
ain't gotta worry
My
about him no
people
more.
was very pleased with all the financial policies that were enacted during that time. I can't speak for all of the craziness.
Right.
And then we disagree on certain things.
As we supposed to.
Yeah.
As we supposed to.
But my black businesses was making money.
And that's all that truly mattered in the grand scheme, right? It was the black businesses making money and making progress, because that's what we should be in it for, right? It's making progress, making money, and building for our family and our futures. That's it, right? So if the policies are there for that, then let's do it.
Yep.
Let's take advantage of it.
Yep.
Let's make it happen. Let's go,
Yep.
right? I don't the pleasantries that they do and don't have. If you can stand it, good. If you can't stand it, fine. But get what you can stand.
Right.
You ain't got to insert yourself in none of the other foolishness. Let me go to the White House. I had fun. All right. Let me go.
Hope you wasn't up there with that January 6th.
No, I was in. Girl, I got money to make. My daughter was, matter of fact, my daughter was born on December 3rd, 2020. Which meant on January 6th, 2021, she was only a month old. I'd be damned if I go up there and act a fool and my baby is a month old. No, wasn't gonna happen. That's the first thing. That's first. Second, I'm smart. Okay. We was the most hated people in the world, at least by the media standards and what they pushed on everyone, right? The most hated. And we told the world we was finna go have a big ass barbecue in DC, right? Hey, everybody, come on up here. We finna go. The Orange Crush ain't finna have shit on us in DC, okay? That's what we said we was gonna do. And did
exactly what happened.
Did we not? My black
exactly
ass.
What happened?
So I'm going 8-9 hours away from home. 9 times out of 10, not gonna drive. Gonna take a plane. Gonna take a train. Something of that nature. Going to DC, I like my guns. Right, I'm pew pew to the end because listen, I'm a black man. All right, I know that the white man and his boomsticks. This is what they told us. White man and boomsticks came and took us from Africa and put us in slavery, and they won because they had boomsticks. Right. So if they told us that they had the boomsticks and that's why they won, why would I want to give up my boomstick?
I agree. Well, I wholeheartedly believe in gun rights. Baby, I'm licensed and I own one.
As we should be.
And I taught my son. I took him to the range.
As we should as a family.
Yes.
We should educate. And that's the problem with our community. The only education that our children have when it comes to guns is hip-hop music and whatever they see on YouTube or in a movie. Yep. That's it. Excuse me, TV now, because everybody watching BMF.
They may be exposed to
that's it.
In the wrong environment.
But
there's no real training and education
at all. But it's here now, and we're stepping up more. Shouts out to my dog Marge Torre. Black Guns Matter. We got an organization by the name of Black Guns Matter. He started up in Philadelphia, and his whole mission was to get more black communities, people of color, armed and trained when it comes to the two-way and guns. That's just point blank period. So he went from being in Philly to traveling around the country. Well, right now we've been in conversations. I'm working to get us one here in Savannah, Black Guns Matter chapter here in Savannah. And we're going to go out here and we're going to educate people on guns. And they're going to understand weapons. They're going to understand the proper etiquette of keeping them in the house, proper etiquette of pulling if you have to pull. What's the situation if you're going to pull? Why should you? Where should you? Can I talk myself out of this before I have to pull? Like these are the situations we have to put ourselves into.
Right.
And if we can teach our teens this, if we can teach our mothers this, we can teach our young fathers this, we can help break the foolishness that's going on in the communities.
I agree.
Caveat.
Yep.
And this is where a lot of people kind of like bump heads with me, and I don't care. You know,
let's see what we got going on, Ben.
You're going to have some people that are not going to get with it.
With what? The support of gun rights? Or?
The support of gun rights, the support of not killing, you know what I'm saying, each other on some, hey, man, you did this to me. I don't like what you said on Facebook. You're going to have some people. You're going to have those ones.
Seek vengeance, regardless of whether they had a gun, a knife, a baseball bat. You can't stop.
You can't stop that, right? And that's my main argument when it comes to all these events that's been happening, you know, in areas. It's like, listen, they cannot have a gun. Right. You know, Boston Marathon, them boys use crock pots. Crock pots. So we gonna ban crock pots now? Like, no. We need to get to the main problem, which is people have mental issues. They have coping issues, and they just want to do something. They just want to inflict pain. We need to figure out how to tap into that to stop people from wanting to inflict pain.
But can you ever really stop that?
No, you can't. You can't stop it.
So
you good.
That's on the mics. So think about just the history of time.
Mm-hmm.
Wars have existed since the beginning of forever.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about from the time of, murder being from Cain and Abel. Like, people are just going to be filled with hatred and anger, and there's not really much you can do about that. So at what point, like, and how would you even address that to try to combat the violence and the vengeance is like, that's a world problem. That's a spirit problem.
Right. We need more God, if you would, right?
I agree.
I'm believing God. I'm a Christian person. I was raised. I don't go to church every Sunday like I used to. Right. Because I don't like organized religion. I'm just got turned off from organized religion. But I understand that there's a higher power. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, I would probably be a freaking Jedi. You know what I'm saying? Out of everything, there's a good, there's an evil. You know what I'm saying? There's a positive side and there's a negative side. And, aligning somewhere in the middle, being more on the positive side, is where we should be as a people. We have to understand that negative exists. As we just said, these people are going to do this regardless. It's just a part of life. There's a yin and a yang of life.
Right.
We have to have that balance. We have to understand it. And doing that, giving people more positive outcomes, more positive ways that they can, just educate, just push it to them more, just give them that love, give them that positive reinforcement. Right. They're more likely to move in a more positive direction. Right. As a person who has dealt with, negativeness all of their life, that's all that's been poured into them, that's all they've seen, they're going to want to move in a more negative side of things. Or even if they've had some love, but if they've seen more appreciation or acknowledgement from the negative side of things, then they're going to go negative. That's music. Case in point, I'm a DJ by trade. I got out of the clubs. I got out of the bars because I hate the music.
Right.
I hate the content. I can't stand the lyrics. I have to wear these headphones and have them pouring those different evil spells in my ears.
I agree with that.
I'm good.
I agree with that.
Go to the positive side. But a lot of those people come from not having money. Their family not having money, wondering when they're going to eat, where they're going to eat. And then somebody comes to them and say, like, hey, look, I got $300,000 for you if you sign this check right now. Sign it and just give me some music, and we'll give you cameras and makeup and clothes, and you don't have to worry about nothing. And then when you get this amount of streams, because it's all about streams now, we're going to give you X amount of dollars, and then you can get your mama a house.
Yeah. They're going to promote what they are exposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess that's the primary issue now. everybody's getting this popularity. It's a newfound popularity, and they're promoting foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
So is that really contributing to all the anger that you see? Like people just randomly getting upset on planes and opening up doors in flight, and these students attacking their teachers, all in the hopes of going viral. Or maybe they don't know they're going viral, but then once they do, it's like, let's egg this on even more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's really fueling all this anger now?
I personally, and I said this the other day, I think I posted it on Facebook. I may have put it on Twitter. I don't know. I know I told one of my brothers I was on the phone with. There is a nasty shroud of negative energy over, I don't know if it's the world. I can definitely say America for sure.
For
Because,
sure.
I see people in different states that I know and talk to that are just in a very negative state of mind. And it's like, why?
Right.
What is going on?
Right.
And it's just this negative, it's just some film, some kind of fog or something that's really got things messed up. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. So it's like,
I'm always on guard.
yeah, and I'm going to fight. Like, I know
Yeah.
that, again, being a godly man, being a Christian man, I know that there are warriors for God. There are
Mhm.
warriors for Christ. There are people who shed blood or, put up fisticuffs in the name of good. It just has to happen.
Right.
Good doesn't mean you just, I'm just gonna sit over here and
Right.
kumbaya on the side. Nah, bruh.
I ain't always turning the other cheek. I might be
Nah.
shaking a table.
I take it deeper than shaking tables. During the Last Supper, God told the disciple, excuse me, not God, Jesus, which is still God.
Mhm.
Jesus told the disciples, hey, if you ain't got a sword and you got some money, go get a sword. If you ain't got no money and you ain't got no sword, boy, you better sell your cloak, your clothes, or whatever and get a sword.
Mhm.
That was his directive. Now, them boys did go, but my Lord, it's 3 swords right there. Niggas, 13 of us. And you telling me about 3 swords? I just told you to go get one if you ain't got one, which mean I wanted 13.
Right. Right. Everybody need to be armed.
But you told me we got one. And he was like, all right, that's good. That's cool. And you know why he said that's good? That's cool? Because he realized he was with a bunch of badussies, right? That wasn't going to do nothing. Yeah. He was with some people who wasn't going to pull when it was time to pull.
Right.
So he was just like, hey,
you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to go to war.
You have to. Because the only way that one can maintain his own peace is to be able to go to war to sustain his own peace. Period.
Yep. Drop a clues bomb.
Yeah, I had to drop the horn on that one, man. I had to drop it because that's what it is.
Yes.
You cannot maintain peace without being able to go to war. It's impossible. And you got to be able to pull out that war too.
Yeah.
You got to be able to win.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Got to be training. You got to be getting right. Like I stay shooting. That's on my wall over there because I got a little eye target. You know what I'm saying? And I set my phone up and I just be over here just.
We gotta go back, baby. We gotta go back to the range.
Listen, there's a iTarget. Listen, if you listen to iTarget, I would love to have a sponsorship. Okay, you see it. Look, don't tread on me. It's right behind me, so I want you to know. All right, I'm about my NRA over there. I even know I got issues with them, and we talk about it every time, but still, y'all are the NRA. So I respect y'all for being that, but. Philando Castile, my nigga, I'm still feeling some type of way about that punk ass motherfuckers. Just saying.
Oh.
Yeah, that had to go. We'll talk about Philando later. You know about Philando, right?
No, I don't.
That was the young man. He had a license in the car.
Minnesota, right?
Yeah. Got an issue.
Yeah.
I got an issue.
Yeah.
Listen, people don't know. I be bucking with these conservatives now on certain things, right?
Do.
Like,
you do.
So
they only see you arguing with the Democrats, and I know it's much deeper than that. Because at the end of the day, you've always been very supportive of the Black community.
I ain't got no choice.
Very.
I ain't got no choice.
It may not be what people want to hear, but you always straightforward with it.
And I have to be. Somebody got to give it straight up and real.
Yep.
And if they don't give it straight and real, then
But they also need to see that that other side too. They need
Yeah.
to see the other argument.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what is going to be best for our community? I don't care about picking a side. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
independent before I go through and argue about a side, because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, what are you doing for me?
That's it.
Everybody else is coming to this table and they're getting what they want.
That's it.
They have demands, they have needs. Like the whole woke term. Woke was a term for black people. How did it become a term for the LGBT community? And
Because
by
we
all means, I don't want to discriminate against them, but how did our fight just get taken over?
because we always, from the beginning, we always have been those welcoming, oh, come on over, baby, come on in
Yeah.
here type. Like, no,
It's like
no.
every time we try to strengthen our fight by joining with other disenfranchised communities, our voices are lost.
Yeah, they're not lost. They're intentionally, because they know that we're gonna let someone else in. Look, I'm just gonna go ahead and just put it out there and be real. That, you know, if people get hurt, then they just get hurt. You know,
You always offending folks, but
yeah.
go
That's
for
listen. That's
it.
my favorite thing. You know, I don't think
You
I haven't
love it.
accomplished anything in the day unless I offend somebody. Like, that's just how it goes. But there's some things that happen in world history when it comes to melanated people and other folk that we have caused some pain and anguish in the hearts of others, to where they're like, you know what? We ain't going through that no more. Nah, we gonna have to keep. We got the power now. But I'm the captain now, right? That is where it's at, you know. And if people aren't sure about the Dark Ages and the trade routes that was shut down during the Dark Ages, you know, they really should look into that and find out what the Northern Africans did when it came to the Dark Ages. Because when they see that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay." Because see, there's some folk who know. Because I know people who know history better than we know history. Okay,
Right.
and they know our history better than we know our history.
We don't know ourselves.
And purposely, though, it was done purposely.
I agree.
And now we have to purposely get back in the know of our history and what we're capable of.
Exactly.
I had a friend, Hotep Jesus. He was on his stream today. He does a stream every day. And he was mentioning how images are everything, right? So they present Black history and Black images as you started as a slave, you're nothing but a slave, you haven't had anything. So in the back subconscious of the mind of a young Black child,
you started from nothing. Your genes is nothing. Your blood is nothing. Your ancestry is nothing.
There you go.
And so if you make it from here, you're one of the lucky few. When in fact, there's a whole continent full of rich Africans from where your blood it comes from. And you're not, because you're not exposed to that, you don't understand the greatness within you. That's why it's so important for me to do what I do, because I know where I came from.
Right.
You know, even, you know, just not even going so far down the line, just looking at my grandparents. I know where I came from. My grandparents own their own business here in Savannah for over 30 years. And seeing what they built and what they accomplished during that time, I know I can do it.
Absolutely.
I know I can do it. Seeing what I've seen run through that city government, them checks that they signing, I know we can do it. So that's why I see the Black businesses that I know are going to be promising. I see those Black business owners that I know are just striving for the greatness that they know is within them. Come on, let me help you. You may have this right here. Let me expose you to this. Let me provide the resources for this. Let me connect you with this. So then that way you can grow and expand your business, because you too can make the money that you need to make. Pelote been around for years.
Shouts out to Benny Pelote.
Yeah,
that's my guy.
Half the people in Savannah probably don't even know he's Black.
Couldn't point him out in the lineup.
It couldn't.
But you know, it's examples. You know, right where we sit from right now, where we broadcast live from. I've sat with Mr. Pelote. We've negotiated contracts, and I done pulled some money. I ain't pulled all the money that I want to pull, and I ain't done pulling money either.
Right.
But I want us
Right.
to come and pull because it's there.
It's there.
We have set asides. Like people don't understand. We have legit set asides
Legit set
just
asides.
for us.
I just it was so easy for me to sign up for that Savannah First program, and they gave me the acceptance notice yesterday. So
Okay,
I posted it on.
congratulations. If you
Thank
drop
you.
a horn on that. Listen,
Mhm.
that SBE that has turned, well, it was, and these people so funny, it was the MWBE program, right? For those who don't know what MWBE is, that's Minority Women Business
Business
Owned
enterprise.
Enterprises, right? Um, they felt like saying minority or just women was just not inclusive enough, or it was, so we're going to call it the disadvantaged
Disadvantage.
business enterprise. It's like, nah, bro, give me minority women. I don't put you disadvantaged. You
Right.
sound like Timmy or something.
Right.
Like I'm not.
Well, it opened it up more. That was
It
all
did.
it. And so you don't have to be a minority or a woman. You
Mm-hmm.
just have to be disadvantaged.
Mm-hmm.
Your revenues can't
Mm-hmm.
exceed this much. You can still be a white male and still be a disadvantaged business.
Yep. Yep. Which
Yep.
I think honestly, I'm gonna be real. I think the white males rather than MWBE because with MWBE, guess what? Hey, baby, I got you a gift today. Oh, what you got me, honey? I got you a business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically, and that's exactly what's been happening.
Yeah, oh, I
It's
know.
exactly what's been happening.
I've been there.
Yep.
I've been there. So it's like that's, and I would tell us like, listen, we could slick double dip if you truly put your mind to it. You wouldn't be doing nothing
You
wrong.
wouldn't, because most of the time the wives are working in a business anyway. Get your share.
Come on, man. But we just don't. We don't think about it. We don't look at it. It's too much work, right? Or it's just too good to be true. That's like what was that? That was what, August 2020. I think it was August 2020 when I did the Opportunity Zone Informational at the
And over in
Empowerment
Garden
Center
City.
in Garden City, right? And this is one of those moments, y'all, when we be like, listen, when I go in these rooms and I come back with stuff and I call you, you better come.
Yep.
Mel came.
I was there.
She was in the building.
I was there.
And this was perfect opportunity, y'all. I'm just gonna drop a couple of that came from 45 that people didn't pay attention to that I saw the play on, right? So 45 opened up the door. He reformed the HBCU initiative, right? Took the HBCU initiative out of the education building and put it in the White House and told us that, hey, I got an open door policy. It's an open door policy in the White House. Y'all come handle y'all business and do y'all thing. What the hell you just said, nigga? You open up the door to do what? Oh, I got to go see. So I had my opportunity to go to the White House and I went up in there. And when I went up in there, I went and got some goodies, right? Opportunity zones, which he had put in during the tax cuts
and Jobs Act of 2018.
That's it. 2018, 2017.
20. So it's 2017 that it was proposed, 2018 that it was enacted.
It was enacted in 2018. Yep. It was signed on 2017 in 2017 and enacted in 2018.
Yes.
Because my daddy, it was crazy. My dad's a Republican too. He's a Trump supporter. My dad taught me about Trump. We can talk about that later. Like, see, people think that I got on Trump in 2015, 2016. Nah, I've been rocking with Trump since the 90s. Like, my pop's been taught me about before Herschel Walker ran for office. He taught me about how he, essentially the richest paid man in football at the time was Herschel Walker, and then other people came. He blew up the Dolphins, who was like the greatest team at the time, and had them come work for the USFL, and literally put money in the black community as far as sports was concerned. Like, he was always loved by the hood. So yeah, been on him is what it is. Anyway, during the tax cut and job, the Pops was in the hospital when they got signed. He had knee surgery. Okay. So I remember, I was still working at Savannah State at the time, which was 2017. And he was in there and it came out and they talking about the tax cut and job. I was like, all right, that's cool. And then Tim Scott started talking about the opportunity zones. So I was like, oh shit. What the hell are you talking about?
People didn't understand it.
He knew what was going on, but see, I like money. So I went and looked. And it was like, oh, we finna take these disadvantaged census tracts and we finna allow them to be invested into by particular vehicles where people could take money, their unrealized capital gains, and invest them into these opportunity zone funds and
defer your tax, defer income taxes potentially up to forever.
potentially up to forever. So niggas like, so then you had people like T.I. and them who was right. And I swear, man, fuck you, T.I. I'ma say it again. I said it last time I was on Twitter. Y'all took my Twitter. Yeah, listen, because he sat there and told our people, what's the capital gains? I don't know no regular person that can get capital gains. Blah blah blah. And I'm
Not
sitting
all them
here.
Robin Hood investors that was
Come
blowing up
on
crypto
now.
in
Come
2020 and
on.
2021.
Come on.
That was too easy.
That was too easy. And I asked, I don't know if you remember, but in that meeting that we had in August, because we was going crazy with crypto. I made money with crypto. Listen, when Bitcoin dropped, and people was telling me about it, was 10 cents. I didn't get a coin. I beat myself up every damn day. All I had to do was put $100 in it and forget about it.
That's it. That is it.
And came back and would have been, right now, I would be sitting next to Elon Musk, you know what I'm saying, with some shares in Twitter as ownership, because I would have had that kind of money.
Yeah, it was too easy.
So I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna miss that train again. Right? So then Ethereum and them came around, and I missed a good bit of the Ethereum train because I was told to get into it when it was like $90-something, $100, but I didn't do it.
Right.
That thing went and made this little jump.
It sure did.
I was like, oh no, hell no, come here.
It sure did.
Got me 10, get little 10 coins right quick.
All of those, they all escalated so quickly.
To the moon, as we say. To the moon.
That was it.
So I went from, I think I bought them at like $136 a coin. It's no more than $200 a coin. And I bought them. And when I sold them,
how much were they worth?
$1,500 a coin. Right. Now.
What is that? $1,300 gain per coin.
Per coin. And I had 10 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. $13,000 gain that now you can take and use in property in the opportunity zones and make sure that you turn in your opportunity zone forms to the IRS so they can recognize it and you can defer your gain.
But nah, bruh, I don't know nobody with no capital. But I wanted to fight that man. I wanted to, because all you had to do, like, hey, look, we ain't got to rock with him, but we can buy up the hood right quick with this.
Right.
Because it was an opportunity to buy up the hood.
Because that's where the census tracts are. Literally, that's where the census tracts are.
And that was it. That's when I knew he was an agent. You know what I'm saying? That's when I knew it was not. Listen, I don't mince words, and this is solely.
I wasn't ready.
you got to be ready when you're with me, man. You got stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. You know.
You're right.
So, but these are my views as far as this episode and these microphones and these cameras are concerned. These are my views. And solely mine. If she happens to say as I agree with, she has said before, she will say she agreed. I'ma say, fuck you, T.I. from Protocol to you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Listen, I ain't got no beef with nobody in these streets. However, we got to be willing to educate our people. When you're on platforms like that, you got to be very mindful of how you come across because you have the capital gains. So how can you expose your followers and your fans to do the same? It doesn't have to be on the same scale as you, but just giving them free game.
Yes, you got to.
It's too easy.
That's what you owe to them.
I agree.
Investing their money because you're only on your level.
I agree with
because your fans are in turn investing into you. They're showing up to your shows. They're giving you listens. They're giving you requests. When you show up on these other shows on TVs, they're giving you the watches and the ratings because you're you. So pour back into them so they can in turn pour back into you.
Right.
But they miss that. And and that's when I noticed that it's a whole selfish mentality. It's a whole screw you type mentality. Because I'm gonna be real. Look, I'm serious. There's been times I've in this exact property, in that driveway, I would not pull out my driveway until I started playing I'm Serious. Doom. Doom.
Yeah, you gotta get up and go music.
All right, that was it. So from a guy who's been rolling from that long,
Mm-hmm.
I can sit here and say, dude, looking at you, bro, you really you don't care about us. When I go back and I listen to your music as an adult and the things that you say in it, you don't care about us. Because a lot of that stuff was directed to us.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not dealing with those other people like that. You're
No.
dealing with us.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about messing with somebody else's woman,
Yeah.
you're talking about potentially me or
Mm-hmm.
my brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
So nah, bruh.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you mad disrespectful. And then you get up here and you lie. No, man, ain't no such thing as capital gain. We ain't got no capital gains in the hood. Like,
Not at
nah, bro.
all. Not at all.
No, you trying us.
Not
And I
at
don't
all.
appreciate it. And just because people told you to hate this man and do not enjoy or pay attention to anything that he does, you doomed us. Because at the time that we were doing all of that, man, we got in 2018, same this is crazy. The same years the opportunity zones that going truly into effect, the man gave us a partnership with Africa called Prosper Africa, which was allowing us to use the same freaking offices with the HBCU initiative, the USBA small businesses, USDA, all those different things that fall up under the executive office, use their resources as US citizens to foster business partnerships with countries in the continent of Africa that signed into Prosper Africa, and they were all signing in. Africa loves Trump. I'm just gonna let you know, African nations love Trump,
You're a little deeper than
just
I
like,
am.
huh?
I said you're a little deeper
Yeah,
than I am.
because I want to be a
Yeah, but you research though.
that's my job.
You research anything that you say, you back it up.
I
So
have to. My pops raised me that way. You know
yep.
what I'm saying? So I got to honor my raisins. So you got this African nations joined into Prosper Africa. You got Ghana, who was a part of Prosper Africa, who was also giving us the year of return, which was providing dual
Yep.
citizenship
Yep.
with them.
So many people are trekking to Ghana. All I hear is that when we were in Sam's, my cousin and his wife were saying they were planning a trip to Ghana next year. And I
Mm-hmm.
know Alderwoman Bernetta Lanier, I think her
Mm-hmm.
daughter is married to someone in
Yep.
Ghana.
Yep. And
So
she goes all the time.
all the
All the
time.
time. So we have this relationship being fostered, right? We're getting connected to our roots. The children of the diaspora, they're reaching out, they're tracking, they're trying to figure out their lives, figure out their history. At the same time that they're giving us this open door, we have a administration who's saying, hey, y'all, take this, right?
Yep.
You have the full weight of the government as a US citizen that is here to help you. See, people cry about reparations. They don't understand what it truly is. They won't, they wouldn't. We're gonna talk about that in a little while because California just did something. I don't know if you saw Cali,
I
but
can't deal with California. It's
mm,
ridiculous. It's a little bit too much for me.
it's a whole lot. But they opened the door to the conversations with reparations, and then he did something. And I'm not mad because I knew it was gonna happen, but we should have been paying attention and we should have been demanding and asking more. But we don't know what to do with more when we get it. So, as I was saying about Prosper Africa, Opportunity Zones, the HBCU initiative, the dual citizenship with Ghana, that was a whole movement right there in our hands
Right.
to straight go bananas.
I agree.
And then you put school choice on top of that.
Whew. There's so many different opinions about school choice. However, it's always existed.
It's always well, at least in Savannah.
At least the magnet program is not anything new.
Not new.
I was a product of the magnet program.
But it's a little so, and that's my thing with school choice that makes me mad with people who don't understand it and don't go to look into it deeper, is that it's always existed. But in the sense of what us conservatives have put forward, it's deeper than just the public school arena, right? What they like to say is, oh, they just want to give you a coupon so you can send your kid to a private school.
That's always existed. That has always existed. So I will speak to that because my son is on the autism spectrum and he always has had an IEP since pre-K. And so the stipulations state that if the school cannot provide the adequate resources for your child with the IEP, they have to be in the school system for a year. they will be able to take those funds allotted to them as a public school student and use them for a private school. That has always existed. That existed in New York. My sister told me about that with my niece who's autistic. So it's not like this is a new concept. It's just that people are being exposed to these things and it's like, oh my gosh, like it's so
Mm-hmm.
shocking to them.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't understand what people have to go through. Nobody wants, at least for me and my family, I don't want my kids to have to suffer through a lackluster education.
Absolutely.
Nobody should want their kids to have to suffer through a lackluster education. You
Mm-hmm.
want your kids to be productive members of society.
Mm-hmm.
You want them to have all the opportunities to success that they can.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at these resources that are readily available, you just got to read a little bit more of the fine print and find the right people to help you along the way, then go for
That's
it.
it.
Why would anybody want to shoot themselves in the foot?
Oh, because you're hurting the public school system.
It's been hurt
for a long time.
A very long time.
And now we have an opportunity
right
to fix our children, because it wasn't a voucher just to go to what do we call it? Savannah Country Day.
Right.
Or Bethesda.
Right.
It was, oh, y'all about to start your own school? Oh, you about to homeschool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all want to start a little neighborhood school for y'all?
They're accredited. They meet the same criteria.
That's
they have a standard curriculum.
That's it. Money's yours.
Yep.
Handle your business.
Yep.
And we had an opportunity to go ham with that. And we allowed people to put in a narrative of it's going to destroy us. It's going to hurt the public schools. No, this could help us.
Right.
We're the main ones talking on the normal,
right?
Oh, the public schools hurt us. They're so bad. They're underfunded. They're this. No, they're not underfunded. And you're someone who deals with money. So you could say that a lot of these organizations aren't underfunded. I think
I have a different opinion about that, but keep going.
I believe that just from what I've seen, like pulling budgets and things, I feel like people spend money stupid. Because give me the budget that some of these schools have for some kids to go to and be, I make it dance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we gonna come out in the green.
Mm-hmm.
We every cycle we in the black. Dang, we still got money. We gonna be finding ways to spend the money that they have, cause y'all ain't paying no mortgage for these buildings.
No.
So what you paying? Insurance? You paying utilities? You might make some repairs. You ain't paying no mortgage. You ain't paying no rent.
No,
you own it outright.
That's SPLOST money. That's East SPLOST money.
Easy, paid for, done. So what are you doing?
There's so many different layers into how public schools are funded. Number one, which is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, all of the admin red tape behind it is also ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, the fact that you would incentivize new teachers to spend 5 years at a low performing school so they can get their student loan debt wiped off. What kind of effort you think they about to put into teaching?
I need you for 5 years to be underperforming so my debt can disappear.
Right.
And if I do that, if I bring in one new teacher every year and offer them the same thing,
right,
you're guaranteed 5 years of being trash.
Right.
Because that teacher want their debt gone.
Exactly. It's the craziest thing to me. My son was a student over at Brock, and I will say that the SPED teacher over there at the time, I cannot remember her name, she was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
But I will never forget, there was one day I asked him, and that was when we moved back from St. Louis. I asked him, I said, what did you do in school today, son? Oh, we watched videos and we did some math. And I was like, that don't sound right. So I asked him 2 days later, what did you do in school today, son? Oh, we watched some videos and did some math. So now I'm on the phone with the teacher and I'm like, he's telling me this, but that doesn't sound right. Is he paying attention in class? He's saying that he's just watching videos and doing math. Oh, well, we're not required to teach the students in 3rd grade social studies and science. That's not a requirement until they get to 4th grade. So we just watch some videos, geographic videos, and I was like, are you serious? He was learning supply and demand in St. Louis, and we come here and y'all are just babysitting. It was completely unfortunate. And I was fortunate at the time that I could pull him out and put him in a private school without having the voucher.
Right.
But I was like, well, what about the rest of these students? They
'Cause
deserve more.
They deserve more. And I don't like, what is it gonna take for our people to like just understand, like, listen, we need you. Turn off BMF. All right.
Or at least get some lessons from it.
No,
they had a whole economic system running. They had operations, they had finance, management. He had old girl at the bank. Like people, they see the entertainment part of it.
That's it.
And that's it. You just want to be entertained, but you're not looking to be empowered. It by no means am I promoting drug dealing. But people fail. I'm not promoting drug dealing. Let me make that very clear. But they fail to see the enterprise of it. You know, you're sitting up there like, oh yeah, this and that and the third. Did you see what Meech did and all this and that and the third? Okay, but did you actually see the enterprise?
Right.
He loved what he do. He was never going to turn into in a different industry. However, if you look at what 50 did, he literally turned his acumen for drug dealing into the film industry. Now he's in the film business. Now we have an enterprise of films. We have the Power Universe. We have BMF. Like we are looking at so many different diverse projects. What? Oh Lord, you don't like none of them.
None of them. Only one. The only one that I liked was Power. The original, right?
That was good shit.
Because my man started in the beginning.
He wanted to do something different.
I want out.
Yeah.
I'm done. I ain't been to jail. Yeah. We ain't got in no trouble. We can do other things.
But you got to know that as a business owner in general. You got to know when your time coming to an end. I preach that all the time. Succession planning. You're not going to always be on top. Nope. What are you going to do when this starts to fade?
Yep. You gotta find something else.
Yeah.
And you better be able to adjust.
Exactly.
And if you don't adjust, you
will die. You adapt or die.
That's it.
Adapt or die. And that's why so many businesses failed during the pandemic.
Yep. They were not able to adapt.
They were not able to adapt.
Yep.
Oh, we just gonna ride this out. No, that's not going to work this time. That was
what, 2 years later.
Right.
No matter of fact, to be honest,
2 months later.
This was we didn't truly come out of it. It just ended at the beginning of this month, to be honest.
I agree.
He just took it out and said, hey, y'all, this COVID stuff is over.
Yeah,
so now
into the COVID pandemic.
So now we're on the other side of it, truly. And what's on the other side of it? Oh God, we don't want to talk about it.
So I might have to take one of your chickens.
Listen, you need a chair? I got you. We're gonna talk about it. You know, we got some stuff. Like I love being in demolition. Okay, sure. Recycle. What you talking about? But it's crazy what we were greeted with outside of everything being extremely high. Now, because going into the COVID pandemic,
right?
We were demanding increases in wages.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm working at McDonald's. You're going to pay me $15 an hour. You're going to pay me $20 an hour. But that's a high school job. And you want grown man money.
Yep. Yep.
You need to invest in the skill. But hey, we hear you though. We hear you.
We're not saying that you shouldn't be living in lackluster conditions. You should not be to the point where you can't afford a stable living environment. Not at all.
And that's not here.
But I have worked with business owners who have tried that $15 an hour, and that didn't last long. And now I'm on the phone with an employment lawyer saying, hey, can we adjust these rates back down because it's getting too high. It's not sustainable for my client's business.
It's not. And then you got employees who are literally on the quick jug. I'm going here. I'm going to hit them up for about a month and a half, 2 months at this $15, $20 an hour, and I'm out.
Yep.
That's not sustainable.
It's not. That's is so much turnover in that.
Yep.
And I have to support my business owners,
Mm-hmm.
hands down. I know I've been on both sides. I've been an employee and now I'm an employer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I
Mm-hmm.
understand both sides. I'm gonna be fair
Right.
because I remember what it was like for me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted what I was worth.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to make sure that I had a work-life balance and I will
Mm-hmm.
provide that for you. However, you're not gonna bring bankrupt me.
Not gonna happen.
Understand that I am the owner of this business for a reason and you are the employee for a
For a
reason.
reason.
So if you can gather the skills and the acumen
Mm-hmm.
to run your own business, by all means, I support you. But until then, there's levels to
There's
this.
levels to this, and this is your level.
Yeah.
Now, you can come to a higher level if you can come, and that was my main thing when it came to, because again, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? I went to that art of deal school. I'm going to go and negotiate. I got skills. I know what I'm worth. This is what you come to the table with.
Right.
This is what I can come to the table with and increase. This is where we at. I know that I can get us to increase to this right here.
Right.
All right. So in me doing that, I'm gonna need a little bit more. And
Yep.
I'll show and prove.
Yep.
I'll take this for 90 days. I'll take this for 60 days just to show you where I can increase your bottom line.
Right.
And once I increase that bottom line, I want more.
I want my money.
And if you're not going to do that when we come
I'ma
back to the
walk
table,
away.
I'm walking away. And I want you to understand all that I brought
It's coming with
is
me.
coming with me.
So how important is your bottom line to you?
There we go. That's it. It's the art of negotiating.
Yes.
It's the art of the deal.
But you got to come with something.
You have to.
You got to come with something. I think where we are right now, and I definitely see it in my industry, is that, you know, I graduated with this degree. I work these random jobs, so I know a little bit, and I know how to click a few buttons on a computer. So you should pay me for this. And I'm just like, but if I asked you to give me a regular journal entry and a debit and a credit, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So why in the hell would I pay you for a senior level accountant when you're not even a solid data clerk?
Because DEI.
Yeah.
Okay. DEI is what has hurt us with that in mindset, right?
In practice.
And yes.
Practice. What it was in theory and what things are in practice are two
totally different things. Two totally different things. And we completely agree on that. I think I have no issue. Because I'm sitting there. I went to a local news station recently. We had an interview and we asked the producer, they had cut some things in a particular way that we were like, hold on, man. Can we get the video? Can we
don't get me started.
Producer. Oh, listen, I've been yapping about fake news. And I think now we all understand fake news truly now. The girl who's the producer, executive producer, says that she don't know anything about their editing process. Wait a minute, woman. You the producer with the executive in front of it.
Right. You make the editing decisions.
And you don't know what they're doing or how they do?
Right.
Oh, we got an issue.
You tell them what to cut and what to put and where to put it.
We got an issue.
Yeah.
But it came from a DEI hire. I know it was a DEI hire. And it's those that have me like, yeah, we got to go back and revisit this, y'all. Because it's not working. We're hiring people who
aren't qualified or competent
just because they meet a particular checkbox.
But is that on purpose though?
Possibly.
Because let's think about it. We know plenty of competent, qualified, Black, minority, women individuals who can accomplish these tasks and excel in them. But you overlook them.
For the sorority sisters and the
out of that. I ain't about to get attacked by the Divine Nine.
Hey, listen, what's up? Hey, I say it all, Divine Nine. Y'all know I'm about that business. You feel me? Hey, listen, I'm in a fraternity too now. So if y'all want to get to it, we can get to it. Shouts out to my bros, you know.
I don't want no parts.
Hey, man, listen, we'll throw some bows. But that's honestly what it be. It just be the sorority sister, it be the clique, it be the whatever.
It's always been about who you know.
Yeah,
But that shouldn't mean that you reduce the quality of the work environment
absolutely,
either.
absolutely.
And critical thinking is, there's an attack on critical thinking
There's
right
been an attack on
now.
critical, a big attack. It started many moons
Right,
ago.
like
Like,
how did we get here? And you speak with people, you speak with management, and it's like, what is happening?
somebody is at my door. I wonder if that's my little brother. Hold on,
Oh,
y'all.
Lord.
I'll be back.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's probably my little brother, but just in case, stay ready.
Lord.
You ain't gotta be ready.
He said, stay ready, Jesus.
Oh, it's my older sister.
Hey, hey. Oh, it's
Lord,
a baby.
all in the middle of the, all in the podcast. Y'all right there.
Hey, how are you? All right.
This is my all in the podcast.
Come on in. It's a family affair.
It is. It is.
It's my fiance, James.
Oh man, y'all, my bad, man. My oldest sister. Would you? Is she? I don't know. I got to check the stats, but my older sister just came in the building, man. She remember me being born and my rugratness, tossing cars, flipping them over, and I'm trying to find that video.
Jesus.
I'm looking for the VHS. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
That was my personal camera woman right there.
Yes. The VHS baby with the big shoulder cam.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. We had it all. We had it all, man. Doing the thing. But getting back to us, man, we just got to get back in that field of truly understanding our worth.
Yeah.
Being able to negotiate.
Yes.
And then standing up for our family, getting back on this critical thinking tip, like just fixing this shit.
Yeah. It gotta be fixed. It gotta be fixed.
But can they let us fix it, please?
Who is the they that you speak of?
Like, I want to talk about the family. Like earlier when we were talking, with the kids that's out here shooting up shit, and the ones. So we're gonna train the ones properly, about who want to learn about guns, Black Guns Matter, all this good stuff. But then we know it's gonna be some idiots out there who just gonna want to terrorize, right? And the idiots that's out there terrorizing, I want to do like America, because I'm American, right? I'm American.
Scared.
First thing I want to do is I want to fly through and I want to drop off all the pamphlets to say, hey, y'all, we here to help and we want to help you. If you want to get help and you want to be rehabilitated or you want to get away from this foolishness, meet me here and we got all the stuff you need. All you people who with the foolishness, who've been terrorizing people, you got one or two choices, right? Or there's a third option, but the first choice is to put it down and join them in learning some better, right? Number two, you can push your luck because we coming.
Yeah.
All right.
But you've always preached that.
Now, but you're right.
You have always preached that.
But I always get beat up for it.
You have always preached that. No, that's from the time I met you, and we had so many different viewpoints, but we were on the same track. And you have always preached that you want to empower our people. You may have a different means of doing it, but you have always preached that. You never want to see people left by the wayside, and that's not what any of this is. But there is always correction. There's always accountability. You know when you're doing wrong.
We don't like that word. We don't like that word.
I'm an accountant.
that is in your name, okay?
It's in my name. I hold my own clients accountable, and they know I will. They hate to hear me fuss, but they know I will never steer them wrong. I will never steer them wrong because y'all work entirely too hard. I had a client tell me I was a dream killer. I said, because baby, I live in reality.
That's it.
I live in reality. We are here. And in order for you to achieve your vision and your goals, we have to deal with the right now, what is real. So let's do that. And then we could grow your money. I don't ever, it don't make no sense for me to steer you down the wrong path and now you broke, because then you ain't paying my invoices.
Come on now.
If you ain't
got
getting
the money
paid,
to
I
do
ain't
it.
getting paid.
You ain't got the money to do it.
Right. This a win-win for everybody. And I'm in here to see you grow. I'm in here to see you grow, but we got to hold ourselves accountable all the way around.
And we're scared too for whatever reason. So I'm on the tip of get out my way. Let me come in here. Let's give us this good stuff. Let's rebuild. And let's take control of what we're supposed to take control of.
Right.
Let's hold down the community. Let's hold down the fort with our family, and let's take care of what needs to be taken care of.
Right.
Don't let the fake news steer us away. Don't let the emotions get in the way. Emotions should have gotten away when these fools was doing all this other stuff, and you had the emotional appeal to make them stop. Now they don't care about emotions, and the only thing they care about is these hollow points coming their way because they terrorizing. That's the.
Don't get me started.
So we got to stop the terrorizing. And the only way, as we said earlier, the only way to have peace is be willing to go to war and be able to win that war. Man, my dad is a whole retired sergeant first class out this thing, and he goes to war and stay ready. Got a whole bunch of wars and stuff for being a shot and all that other good stuff, you know. So we gonna take that same energy because we're American, and we're gonna deal with the problems of America, and then we're gonna rebuild ourselves, and we're gonna stay right. That's all we got to do. Let's get rid of the foods. I'm in the farming. I love using my hands in the dirt, and I know when a crop gets tainted, you got to burn the crop.
You got to get rid of it.
And
it's no repairing it.
It's over. It's over. And that's how we have to look at this situation, right? But we tend to learn it the hard way, though. Some of us, we can't take the educations and the teachings or the experiences of someone else and be like, nope, I'm not going that way.
Right.
We got to go down. Nah, bro, I can do it. I can sell dope.
They didn't do it right.
I could do it this way.
Right.
And I can still sell my dope. We're going to be all right.
It always lead to the same result.
Always go to the same results. And these results is Kurt's going to jail. Kurt's going to jail. Kurt's going to jail.
Right.
Or to the grave.
Or to the grave.
One of the two.
One of the two choices.
So I don't. This thing still acting. The system been acting up since Jump Street. We walked back in here. The computer then restarted itself, talking about it had a problem. It had a malfunction. The camera is jumping in and out. It's just going. Yeah, it's a fun night. It's a fun night, but that's all right though, because we still gonna roll. We still rolling. I ain't mad at it, man. If you're tuning in, share this great conversation. We on YouTube, we on the Facebook, we on Twitter too. I forgot we on Twitter. I'm trying to get my Twitters back up. Shouts out to Twitter, man. Man, listen, I ain't even got my original Twitter. I lost my first one.
You lose all your social media profiles.
They don't like me.
You know, because you be cutting up.
I feel like cutting loose. You know, give me the bridge, not give me the bridge.
Cutting up. I watch you.
But it was, and guess what? Guess who it was that got me off? Just guess.
I don't know. It's so many people.
We talked about him today.
We talk about something, Ben.
It was T.I.
Oh.
It was T.I.
Like,
yeah, it was him.
Like, it was T.I. Make everybody mad.
I do, yeah. He was, and I'm not a supporter of Candace Owens, guys. I'm going to put that out there. She said some good things. However,
she has said some things after like the whole Kanye thing. Like she wasn't on the wrong path.
Yeah,
but it's just like she just want to be sensationalized.
That's it. And that's where I have a problem with her. Yeah. You know, and also we had our own personal run-in at the White House. Yeah, me and her had a run-in at the White House. And yeah, I just listen. I be around a bunch of white women. And if white women don't clutch their purse when I approach them and have a conversation, then I should not expect this here black woman at this young That's black leaders summit at the White House to clutch her purse on me. And the fact that I lost my Twitter that I had for years in defense of you, and that's all I was saying. Hey, Miss Owens, appreciate everything that you do. I just want you to know that, hey, I lost my Twitter defending you to T.I. and my shit was big. So, hey, just want you to know I'm on that thing. All right. I'm on that thing. So, she, okay, bitch. And we ain't outside the fence of the White House now. I ain't like some rando that could just walk up, you know, off of Pennsylvania Avenue. We in the fence. We standing next to the big trucks with the big guns, like just walked out the doors of the White House. So
wasn't she like a big proponent of Brexit?
Come on now. Come on now. Which was stolen, by the way, and I don't know if you remember that. So Trayvon Martin time frame, right? Remember we had this big old push to leave all their banks, and go to the black banks, right? That was the original Brexit.
Okay.
We were exiting out of their banking system, and we were taking all of our money over to the black banks. Right. That was the original Brexit. You can still Google this article and find it. They had a clash because she took it, And we don't do our damn paperwork. And that's where them
Sure,
niggas dropped the ball.
sure did. Yep, because she exposed Black Lives Matter.
Yep. Yep.
That's what it was.
So she went and did the paperwork and got Blexit and got the name actually trademarked and all that stuff. And then it was what it was from there. But they still did some good work, right? So when I went, because I went to 2 Blexit events, the only reason I went because I've always been a Black conservative, even though I voted for Obama twice. Tell everybody I voted for him twice. I think I'm Black. You feel me? Now, when I found out in 2018, 2012, 2013, 2014 is when I found out Obama was full of shit. All right. Yeah. See, I know like Operation Fast and Furious. I don't know if you know about Operation Fast and Furious. You should look into that. It gun running. So that's when like this was during the time period when Dracos and all these guns were hitting our community really, really hard.
I heard some about that. I didn't know what the name of it was, but yeah,
it was
I heard
Operation
it was
Fast
like
and Furious.
boxes of crates being found in fields
Yep.
in the hood.
In the hood, yep. And it was Obama and them. Actually, Eric Holder got in trouble for it. Eric Holder got held in contempt of Congress for not turning over paperwork. And yeah, it was real. And when I seen this, I was like, you motherfucker, I trusted you, my dog. Yeah. I trusted you.
But I mean, that goes back to Hoover days. They've always found a way for the Black community to destroy themselves, throw a rock and hide their hand.
Yep. Oh man, I got some conservative friends I just educated on Ronald Reagan and them and Hoover and them with the whole Iran Contra. They had no idea about Iran Contra. So they didn't know, so they talk about, the dope in the Black community, but it's like, yo, you do know that was state sponsored terrorism, right? Yeah. Like that was the U.S. government that put that dope in the hood. So
where the hell would it come from? Because niggas ain't got no private planes.
We ain't got no planes. We ain't got no planes.
Ice Cube said that in the whole interview. Like, you know what? You're right.
So but a lot of people didn't know. They ain't pay attention. They had no idea. But now, they're waking up and they're seeing it. Especially so big thing that I educated people with Trump, right? COINTELPRO, counterintelligence program.
Yep.
The same people who brought to you the death of MLK and the death of Malcolm X, the destruction of the Black Panther Party, the ruining of the Push Coalition, the same people who did that was the people who brought all my Black folk who love to say Russia, Russia, Russia. It was the same people who tore down the Black community that said that Trump was an agent of Russia. Yeah. Same people. So I'm showing this to the white folk. I'm like, hey, y'all want to see something? You want to see a dead body? What you talking about? You ever seen this before? Oh yeah, COINTELPRO. Yeah. Ain't that the people with? And then I show him Crossfire Hurricane. He's like, yeah. But did you know this? And all their jaws are just dropped to the floor because they had no idea, right? And it's like they perfected it on us, and now they're using it on you. So
wide scale. They talk about privacy violations, but you don't even know what you're signing up for when you download new apps on your phone. Oh, 1984 is here, but you are allowing it.
You allowing it, man. I be sitting. You can tell me get a new app, and I be.
Yeah. Do you allow permissions for the microphone, for your media
location?
Camera? Yeah.
Like people don't realize that, and I turn all that stuff off.
So
like
I can play a little Candy Crush.
My phone, my phone jump on sometimes and be like, "Hey, do you want to turn on your mic set?" No, I don't.
No.
Leave me alone.
No.
When I want you on, I'm gonna turn you on, and when I don't,
it was so strange. Like, oh my God, I was just talking about that. I wasn't even on the phone. And now it's on my timeline because your mic has permission all the time.
All the time. Stays listening.
Yes.
So it's like, we got to pay it. We got to know this game. And there's so much going on in this game that we just don't pay attention to. That is just, man, is mind-boggling.
It is.
It is mind-boggling. But I believe that we are in a point in our lives where people are truly going to start paying attention, man.
Oh yeah.
At this point, they have no choice.
Oh yeah, I've definitely been trying to educate more this year. Last year was hard for me with the passing of my grandparents, but education and training has always been a big thing for me. I was doing workshops when I was with the city, and I wasn't supposed to be. I was getting in trouble for making sure people understood the AP process at the city. You know, when they had the disparity study with the purchasing program, and they had the results, and they talked about how the Black businesses, minority and women owned businesses, were being discriminated against in the purchasing process, and then, you know, talking about their payments, how their payments weren't being issued in a timely manner.
And people was so fake with that.
Listen,
I'm in the process. You know, that's another thing. So I have decided that I think we mentioned I am running for office, right? We talked about that. But I'm suing. Essentially, the city will end up being involved in this lawsuit too.
Don't publicize that all the way now.
So I mean, at this point, I don't, like I said, right now we're just going after Astra Group. All right, so I can talk about them all day long, right? Astra Group is a very horrible situation, right?
You told me about that.
And I just don't want to say, and what's going to implement the city is the fact that when the contract came up and you seen that these people said their scope was removed from the project, instead of you, City of Savannah, who asked the company in the beginning, hey, these people were, you know, issued this contract, or they put in for this contract. If awarded, will y'all work with them? Yeah, we're gonna work with them.
That was a contingency of the award, the bid being awarded.
There you go.
That is it. And if you fail to honor the original agreement, then you're in violation, and then you can have your bid rescinded.
You should think, and one would think, but Astra Group went to the city and told them bastards.
They put in a change order.
They put in a change and said that ours, check this out now, our scope was removed from the project. Yep, they said our scope was removed from the project. I'm trying to figure out how the demolition portion of the project
was removed, because that's part of site development.
That the Broughton Street, the whole project is remove the old and put down the new.
Yep,
that's the premise of the project.
That's the premise of any project.
So if you get rid of the demolition, then that must mean that the project
is terminated, is ceased. It's no longer in existence. It won't move forward.
The City of Savannah, oh, okay, signs it and moves forward. So again, as we go after Astra Group, because right now we're in court against Astra Group, it's going to implicate the city. So it's like, man, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, I don't, if that keeps me from getting into office, oh well. I hate that it would be that way, but at least, you know, because these people are voting for these people,
right,
because they think that they're out to look out for the Black community, for Black businesses.
Contract management is a very complex thing if you don't understand contract language. But there are just basic things in a contract that you have to understand: terms, scope of services, payments, and authorization.
You better have your notebooks. You know, I tell you, take your notebooks out every Friday.
Timeline too. Timeline too. Because you can be in violation of the contract if you are outside of the timeline. Trying to extend the project too long, then you are in violation. All of these things you need to understand. And if at any time you check that contract and people aren't adhering to that contract, it's a breach.
It's a breach. And what happens during breaches again? What's supposed to happen during breaches?
Maybe you could terminate that contract and you can take them to court. And you gotta pay what's outstanding. You gotta pay damages. Contract management. Get an attorney. If you are a business owner, it's a few people you should have in your corner. An attorney is one. An accountant is another.
Shouts out to Mel.
And a banker. For sure. These three people you need to have in your corner, because you need to know how to get money. You need to know how to protect your money. And you need to know how to grow your money.
That's it. Drop the horn on that, because those is bars. You gotta know how to get it, you gotta know how to protect it, and you gotta know how to grow it. If you can't do those three, what you in business for, pimp?
Right. You're gonna go out of business quick. People don't even get me started on the LLC train, because people are out here getting LLCs and ain't got not a lick of insurance.
Not a lick of insurance.
What y'all thought was gonna happen? And you commingling funds, so you pierce and shield. Y'all ain't even making enough money to justify the LLCs.
Come on now.
You can definitely be a DBA,
Yep.
file that paperwork with the courthouse,
Yep.
still have insurance over your business.
Yep. Listen, see, that's why I bought Mel, man. I told y'all, if it ain't about the money, don't be hitting me up. Because we talking money.
I'm telling you, stop turning y'all businesses into S corps when you're not making enough to do it.
Come on now.
So many people I've had to tell them, listen, as an S corp, you are required to have a salary. And even if you try to take money out of your business without having a salary and without paying payroll taxes, the IRS will reclassify those distributions into a salary. Now you're looking at all these trust fund penalties because you failed to submit payroll and pay payroll taxes. The one thing that I don't play with is the IRS.
Man, listen.
I have had so many resolution cases. A lot of them I've had to pass off because they so complex. People just trying to take shortcuts.
Can't do it.
You cannot shortcut in business.
Abolish the IRS. That's the mission. we coming for you.
Don't get me started.
We coming for you. Listen, that is a major people. Why are you Republican? Because of things like that. Abolish the IRS. Them the biggest crooks and thieves. Man, listen, the whole operation is a bunch of crooks and thieves, but they can just come take your money and you can't say nothing. And them bastards got an arsenal.
Oh yeah. They're eligible to carry firearms.
Yes.
The criminal division,
yes,
they carry
firearms. They got plenty guns.
They can show up
plenty
unannounced.
Bullets. Yep. Plenty guns, plenty bullets. They got level 3 Kevlar. Listen, it's
legit.
But people don't know.
Listen,
and that's why we like, hey, cuz abolish them. Because they taking our money and then giving it to people who.
That's not my viewpoint.
that was not her. That was the ghost on the side saying right. That is my ghost saying that's right. All right.
With it.
So they are illegitimately, but legitimately, right? Because it's not right. No, illegitimately. However, okay. Illegitimately, yet lofty. There you go. Legally authorized to come and take our monies and give it to people who don't know how to spend our monies. I'm sorry, but I don't want Ukraine with my money. I don't want Ukraine with my money. You know why I don't want Ukraine with my money? Ukraine got Nazis. They talk about Nazis in America and Nazis with Trump in them. No, let's talk about Nazis in Ukraine that's getting billions upon billions upon billions of my hard-earned dollars. Why can't I get those in reparations? Since, California talking about they broke, how about y'all give them the money so we can get right? How about we get situated? Man, oh no, California broke.
No way.
California got too many services that they are dishing out money. They are dishing out more than they're bringing in. And then you got businesses that are leaving. You got people that are leaving.
It's expensive.
Who wants to be there?
It is extremely expensive.
You know what's bad? They're moving there and they're coming here.
And it's awful. It's making Georgia expensive.
It's expensive.
I'm not opposed to Kemp, promoting business, Georgia for business. However, it is driving up the cost of everything.
It is.
How is it $300,000 to buy a house in Effingham? That's in the middle of nowhere.
Absolute nowhere. Absolute. But you know why? Because so many people is moving here and they're going to go to the nowhere so that they can build. Right? They don't want to. We don't have control of Savannah right now. Right? No. We have no control of this city. This city is going wild.
Yeah.
And not as wild as some other cities, but it's wild enough. Atlanta, wow.
It's over.
Right?
It's over.
So they have to go to the Effinghams, to the Bryans, the Emmanuels. They have to go where there's nothing so that they can build and not have to deal with the craziness that is there. But unfortunately, that craziness is going to make its way there. And it's just bad. And what we have to do is some kind of way put a cap on this cost of living.
Ooh, boy, you speaking my language.
And there's a responsible way
it is
that we can put that cap there
without negatively impacting business owners.
Hell, because we already negatively impacting the people.
I'm
You're talking about
telling you.
business owners, but we can't
I
afford to live here.
can't
Then
afford.
I can, and I understand why people are yelling. I
Right.
need $15-$20 an hour
Right.
when working.
Right.
I believe it needs to be in a higher skill job, but I
Yeah.
understand why you need it
I just need to
because
have a basic place to stay. I can't even get a studio apartment now for less than
come on now. And
$1,000.
guess what? Guess what you're gonna do before you get that before you find that studio for $1,000? You
Spend a
gonna
bunch of money on application fees.
because that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I was
they
just
talked about that too. I saw an article about that, how property managers are just holding on to all these applications with no intention of accepting a tenant.
just to get money.
It's revenue.
Just to get money coming in.
That's insane.
That is
to
beyond insane. And I'm telling you, not we'll fight.
Yeah.
We will fight. And
Yeah.
that's why I just, I've always been on the tip. We need to own our own.
I agree.
Point blank, period.
I agree.
So I'm gonna own my own. My family, we got properties, right? And I don't care. I'm gonna do just like the other folk do.
Yep.
I'm gonna be in the family properties.
Yep.
I don't care.
What's the problem?
You paying $1,600 a month in rent. He don't even own that.
Own it. you gotta repaint the walls when you leave.
Come on now.
And patch up the holes.
Man, if I want to, I can get a room and tell my kids to go stupid.
Right.
Here's your marker. Here's your paintbrush.
Right.
Do whatever you want.
want.
And it's gonna be here until.
Yeah.
And can't nobody say nothing.
Nobody can say nothing.
So we have to get our own.
I agree.
But that comes with being truly financially literate.
Yes.
And
yes.
We for some reason it's hard for us to get financially literate. And I think it has something to do with the upbringing of the generations that has us where we need the shiny stuff and we need to prove that we have shiny stuff.
That's true.
And we put so much money into the shiny stuff.
Yeah.
To where
you don't have the reserves. First of all, you don't even understand what emergency funding is. Emergency savings and reserves.
I think they understood that in these last, especially 2020. I think they definitely learned it in 2020.
I was already living paycheck to paycheck. Now I ain't got no paycheck.
I ain't got no paycheck.
It's a problem. But shouts out to my financial advisor, Nolan Jeter, out of Atlanta.
Okay.
He's with Edward, he's with Edward Jones, and he sent me this thing, and I think I shared it on my business page and on LinkedIn. It's like a profile, it's a questionnaire. Ask you what's important to you. You know, is it vacationing? Is it family time? Is it retirement? Is it, saving up for your kids' college? Things like that. So it's like this whole questionnaire. So it prioritizes for you at the end of the questionnaire what's important to you, so you know how to allocate your funds. I was like, oh, this is a cool little tool.
Look up this.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
I'm gonna send it to you. But I was like, people need to understand this, especially in our community, because there's so many different things. I didn't come from money. My grandparents, they worked hard, but they also didn't have a lot of extra, so I didn't have a college fund when I went to Savannah State.
Right.
And until, my grades took me so far and Pell said no more, then I had to start getting student loans. Okay, well, if you know how to set your kids up right now with the 529 plans, you can go ahead and use that not only for college, you can use it for tech school, for trade school, a qualified educational institution. And the federal government defines that as those things, because not everybody is going to go to college.
Right. Everybody in college material.
Yeah, they're actually pushing trades more.
You better? Because listen, right now, you go to Checkers. You go check her right there on the rent. That chick in that window ain't finna say, man, take your order.
Go ahead.
They have AI.
Oh, really?
They have AI.
They done got AI over there at Checkers?
In Checkers. I pulled up. I just wanted some fries. So I pull up, and I thought it was like, I thought it was McDonald's, right? I thought it was McDonald's. Hi, would you be eating reward points today? And then the other person comes and says, order when ready. Nah, hi, order when you're ready. Are you still there?
Really? What?
Nah, I'm gonna go to the window.
I'm concerned.
You're
Is
right.
anybody in there?
Right. So I went to the window and was like, "Was that you?" She said, "No, that was the screen." I said, and it took the and I heard it before I got to the window now. So this is when I'm listening to the other people order,
Right.
and it's saying everything back,
Wow.
and I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy."
Wow.
And but they was the first ones. Now Checkers was the first ones that showed me that people was literally retarded working at these restaurants, right?
Jesus Christ.
Because I don't know. I look through the windows when I be at these restaurants, right? Checkers had the pictures of the actual bills on the screen, on the touch screen.
You mean like dollar
Dollar,
bills?
5, 20, pennies, whatever. And the people was touching, and this was years ago. Like, I want to say I first seen this. I had to be in high school. I had to be. I had to be in high school when I first seen this. I feel like I was in high school.
I can't blame that on a disability because I know people with disabilities who know how to count money clear as day.
No, I'm not. So when I'm now, I'm when I say okay. So I know
Yeah,
people
because
hate the R
clear,
word.
you gotta clear that up.
Yeah, I know people hate the R word. I am not talking about mentally challenged,
Right.
physically challenged. No, I'm just talking about just straight up just retards. I'm talking about like the dumb people who just
The lack of critical
the
thinkers.
Nelsons, yeah, those guys, those peoples, right?
The lack of critical
I'm talking about those people, those ones who are going to go to work, get that paycheck, know they need to pay for senior dues. They ain't got no money with mom and them, but I'm just gonna go buy these Jordans because I want these Jordans, right? I'm talking about those people, the lack of common sense people. When I say retarded, I mean like lack of common sense. The people who could have it all together, but they just choose to be willfully ignorant.
Yeah.
Those people.
The ignorant people.
The ignorant people. That's
gotta be mindful. I'll tell you why later.
I understand.
I can't be ableist.
Oh, yes, yep, okay, that works. But those folk, they were the ones who were pushing on the dollars and the 20s, and that just bothered me.
That bothers me too because you really just don't even understand money.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know if you're being cheated.
Well, good segue into what I got going on tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah, it's good. It's good.
What you got
it's
going on?
really, really good. Where is it? It's right here. I got financial freedom coming up, man. We got the financial freedom workshop series. It should be on the screen. Did it pop up? Yeah, there you go. Financial freedom workshop series is going on tomorrow. We're going to teach people how to truly manage their money properly. We're going to teach financial literacy. I was on the World Financial Group team for years prior to COVID touching down, and we had the whole national financial literacy campaign, which we were out to financially educate 1 million families by 2020. And I believe we smashed that goal. I couldn't tell you the number, but I remember hearing and seeing that we smashed it. By the time COVID came around, everybody got scared and didn't want to be around, and they was wearing face diapers. And I was really like, you know what? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm walking away. Y'all got it. Oh yeah, face diapers. I call them face diapers. Yeah, man, them face diapers.
I was gonna wear mine because my grandparents was hard headed. They couldn't sit still after a month. And I said, "Listen, all these folks dropping like flies, and y'all being hard headed."
See, but you know what though? I have always questioned the dropping like flies narrative, right? And the reason why I question the dropping like flies narrative, we had entirely too many homeless people to not be finding homeless people dead in the streets.
Come on, they're immune to everything.
Are they?
Hell yeah,
are they?
They sleep with snakes.
It's snakes, possums,
right.
raccoons, dogs.
Right. You know,
this is true, but
find a vaccine.
It was right. But it was the lack of them falling out in the streets that really had me like, okay, there's something going on. And then the other thing was the flu disappeared.
I agree.
Like during that whole time frame, the flu numbers were non-existent.
I agree with
so I'm like, all right, something's going on here. Like y'all literally got rid of, the flu. Like it disappeared.
Right. I agree with
what is going on? Do I think that there is a COVID-19? No, absolutely. Absolutely, there's a COVID-19.
Exposed to it.
COVID-19, it was a derivative of SARS too, which was something real.
And that was a pandemic too.
So I understand that it is, but was it what they said it was? I personally don't believe so. I think that it was a Trojan horse meant to achieve particular things. They had different checks they wanted to check off, and they did that. And we're on the other side of it now, and we're seeing it again. All these businesses downsized permanently. Downsized.
It was.
oh, I ain't got to pay y'all what?
Yeah.
We can do what?
Yeah.
I ain't got to pay what? Oh yeah, we good.
Yep.
We're gonna run it this way right here. We got AI coming in like crazy, right?
Yep.
There was a lot of things that they wanted to implement that they did implement, and during that time frame.
Was it caused by it? I'm not going to go that far, but they took advantage of it.
They definitely took advantage of it.
And
I think, and I will go, because they say it themselves. And when I say they, we're going to define they,
yes.
right? The people who are part of the World Economic Forum, right? They said that they were going to do this, right? Years in advance. So when it popped off, when we started seeing it, it was like, it's happening.
It's happening.
Oh shit, it's happening.
But if you look at the cycles of the economy, whether it's U.S. or nationwide, worldwide, there's a 10-year cycle. We were due for a recession, and they have been saying that for months.
Kicking the can down, kicking it.
They were saying that for months. People were achieving levels of wealth that had never been seen before. And that was in large part to Trump policies, Trump financial policies. So I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, my people was good.
He was. Listen, I'm gonna try. Listen closely again, because that's my dog. So I'm gonna play it one more time for the one more time. Give you a little bit of value. So
my people was good.
All your people was good.
All my people was good. Okay. My people made money.
That's all it was about.
My people made
say
money.
It again, if it ain't about money.
My people made money. They grew. They prospered during that period. But where was I going with that? Oh, it was time. It was. But it exacerbated, like the pandemic exacerbated the recession and the things that, they thought would be heavily impacted. It actually worked out in a different way. And so now it was like so many things were going on. Like in 2008, when the real estate bubble popped, now we're upside down on our mortgages. But here we are, we're in a bidding war for houses right now. Like, what is going on?
Money laundering. That's what this is. This bidding war is money laundering. That's all it is. You got these people who, because think about it. They are paying
ridiculous amounts. Ridiculous.
For houses.
How you paying $100,000 over asking price?
$100,000 over asking.
Yeah.
No, that is cleaning money to if I ever seen such. That's just what it is. and there are people who are happy to just go ahead and all right, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm good. I'll take that. Yeah. Now I'll go on and I'll be all right. But it's gotta stop.
Yeah.
It has to come to a head somewhere, because we're gonna get to a point like now. People can't afford to live. They can't afford to live.
I got to make a decision about my groceries or my light bill. Like, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
When I'm making $60,000-$70,000 a year.
And then when I go ask for food stamps, no, you make too much. How?
Have y'all adjusted the poverty rates lately?
No,
it's ridiculous.
Or just adjust the price of living. You don't even got to adjust poverty. Just adjust the price of living. Just adjust the price of living.
You wouldn't have to worry about increasing wages if you had affordable cost of living.
But I don't know.
That's your problem to solve when you get in office.
It is, and I'm gonna make it happen. And thank you for speaking that into existence, because definitely gonna work to make that happen. It's gonna be different. Shouts out to my dog Gator Rivers, man. He back there hanging up behind my head. He passed away a couple weeks ago.
Legend.
And super legend for more reasons than one. And I love the fact, and I guess it's because I'm conservative and I'm black and I know the ridicule. He was an old man that was conservative and black and was the only sitting black Republican
on the county.
in Chatham County,
Mm-hmm.
in the whole Chatham County delegation, from
Mm-hmm.
the city to the county to the school board
Yep.
to the state house for the Chatham area. The only black Republican, male or female,
Yep.
in office. And he wore that proudly.
Did.
And people tried to mess with this man. And it was it. If there's one thing that hurt me, excuse me, at his funeral this week.
I missed it.
And man, we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, because it was a time. But there were people there who I knew ridiculed this man. And they were there. And I, being the
Shedding
person
tears
that
and
I
all,
am, cutting up. And I'm sitting here like the old, I can't even think of the name of the show with the old white why I oughta. Like I just man, like ready to fight because it was foolishness. But outside of that, my man stood tall on his beliefs and his principles. Didn't let nobody deter him.
You gotta respect it.
You have to. One of the last conversations we had was, all right, you ready? You going down there, right? You know I'm with you. We going I need you. We gonna cut up. Right. We gonna cut up. Lord. And I was looking forward to it, but he left us the blueprint, as was mentioned during his funeral. He left a blueprint, and we're gonna stand by it, and we're gonna follow it, and we're gonna big him up.
That's it.
But so many people while there, though, on the other side of the aisle, people who I know get mad at me for being being me and being my political side. I heard you running for office. Is you gonna run? Yeah, I'm pretty set on running. Oh, thank you. Like we need someone of your tenacity. We need someone who pays attention, someone who reads policy, someone who, and I'm just like, I'm listening and it's like, wow, okay.
It's nothing wrong with agitators.
Right.
Honestly, you need some on both sides because everybody can't play the middle. And now, there's a diplomatic way of approaching situations. But when I've tried and I've been polite and I'm still sitting over here and you're not listening to me, oh yeah, I'm gonna be an agitator.
I'm gonna turn up.
I'm gonna be an agitator.
I'm gonna wash these clothes.
Right. But they also make a point too that you read policy. You understand what's being presented to you. You're prepared for these meetings. You know what I'm saying? And so when it's time to argue your points, I'm pulling it out.
Yep.
I'm pulling it out. I have prime examples. Now I have solutions on how we can address these issues. I'm not just here agitating. I'm a problem solver too. Because at the end of the day, we have a goal we need to reach.
Absolutely.
And if you're not gonna work with me, the goal's still gonna get accomplished.
But understand, you got an enemy.
Right.
You have an op now.
Yeah, you have an op.
You have an op because
ain't no in between.
No, because we got work to do right here. And you are impeding this work.
Yep.
My people are hurting.
Yep.
And this may not be the solution. I'm willing to talk to you about the solution.
Right.
I'm willing to find out what we have to do to get to the middle for this solution to come so the people can be taken care of.
Right.
So I'm coming hard. And pause. And in that
Lord Jesus.
And in that, I'm going to have the most beautiful coalition of people. It's going to be the greatest, the biggest coalition you've ever seen. Not
in the Trump voice.
It's going to be huge, like it's going to be crazy because I'm going to have my Trump supporters standing there with me. And I'm going to have my hood folk from out of Summerside with me. And my Beach High graduates and the homies from Savannah High, even though we got a Beach High, Savannah High rivalry, we still gonna be, in the building. We there because at the end of the day, it's about our city.
Right.
And I'm going for an at-large position, which means that I'm going for it all. Yeah. Look, I could have went for District 5. Living in District 5, I could have. Everybody knows me. I'm a Beach High Bulldog. Like it would have worked very well in my favor. But I want more than just us. I
Right.
want to show unity.
Right.
I want to show that we can come together, different sides of the aisle, different sides of the city,
Right.
and save our city.
Right.
I don't know if anybody else can do that in this race. I don't know. Because I don't know them personally, so I can't say. But I know what I can do for me,
Right.
and I know what I can bring for the city.
But you
Right?
know what you have been
I
doing.
know what I have been doing, and that's what a lot of people also know is that. Oh yeah, boy, he been in them streets. He might not like a Democrat, but he'll be at a rally if he march with us with Trayvon. Even though, listen, I'm gonna send you something, and I want y'all to watch this documentary, right? It would when I tell you spicy. Listen, y'all remember the Trayvon case? Y'all remember the girlfriend?
No.
Did you remember the girlfriend, the star witness? When I seen her, I swear for God, and I saw Trayvon, I swear for God, he wasn't talking to her. He wasn't talking to her. He wasn't. She looking at her and looking at him. No deal. You can cancel that.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
I'm gonna give you this because the documentary gonna break it down now.
Right.
The documentary is gonna break it all down. There's going to be some points because it is done by a Caucasian man. I don't think he's American or he's definitely maybe first generation, right? So he has one of them accents, and he's trying to learn our vernacular. So he has like Urban Dictionary, and he's learning stuff. He's doing all kinds of pronunciations wrong. He's saying, but at least he's trying. So I give him that, and he did a damn good. This man went and got Trayvon's cell phone records. I'm talking about all his cell phone records. Got all the texts, got all the calls, got all the pictures, got it all. When I tell you we got manipulated with Trayvon Martin in that case, y'all, we got manipulated. We got tried. But just like you said, when we first seen it, nah, he wasn't talking to her, bro. Something else going on. Because she was ugly. She ugly. And he's a high schooler. Right. And he was not an ugly young man. Right. So there's no way in the world that he was dealing with that as a girlfriend. And sure enough, in this documentary, this man showed it. As I would have suspected, he was a little player. Right?
No surprise.
And guess what? All them chicks look, yeah. If I was him, yeah, you got dang on right. You on the team, you on the team, you on the team, you
no
on the team.
Than any young man.
No different than any young man. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, that's the truth right there. And sure enough, I saw the real girlfriend. And he exposes it. And it's like, wow, they got us.
But what did that have to do with Zimmerman chasing him down?
It wasn't even. And he talks about all that too, so I won't take all that, from me. But it wasn't even so much of a chase you down thing, as he did follow behind them because they asked because he was telling them they had vast break-ins in the area. That's why they started the whole neighborhood situation. So he's seen somebody standing in the rain in a hoodie. You're in a neighborhood. If you see if I'm in my neighborhood, I'm the VP of my neighborhood. If I see somebody who I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna question.
That's fair.
So he seen him and then he disappeared. So he was on the phone with the 911. It was like, hey, you see where he went? He was like, no, I don't know where he went. Can you put eyes on him? Yeah. And he got out the car and went to go put eyes on him. Well, Trayvon was ducked off. Like he was in the cut. He watching him do whatever. So dude said he didn't see him. He turned back, he was going, and he came back out out the cut. What you doing? Why you this, that, and the third? And I'm like, all right, that sounds like a little nigga. I know those words. I know those words real well. And sure enough, they got the tussling. Little buddy feared for his life. He shot Trayvon. He was getting his head beat in. And again, that is the law is the law, unfortunately, which is why again we have to train. As we were talking about with guns and safety earlier, we have to train de-escalation. We have to train how to deal with confrontation. This was one of them moments where we got a little young whippersnapper who was like, hey, because I'm about to beat this old man ass because he following me. You know what I'm saying? And when you get in the documentary, you'll see there's some things where you can see all the psychological, what they were saying as far as him in this case, it was all in his cell phone, which is why they did not let a lot of that into the case, because it really, really would have screwed them up. It really would have screwed them up because it showed where he was in life. All right.
As a young man. Yeah.
Hmm? It does. When you, again, I said there are things that we didn't know, but when you
Yeah.
watch this, you'll understand. Because we live, so I don't want to, even though it is online, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I've said enough on this here stream,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to where
That
that
part.
I don't want this one because this is
You
something
gotta
good that
come
needs to
for
be
you
heard.
again.
But you'll see, you know what I'm saying. It'll put the mentality. You'll show what you was dealing with. I think that he probably was really trying to beat that man to death. Like, I really think he was probably trying to beat that man to death, and then trying to beat that man to death in a state where you can stand your ground, you can protect you. That's why I say the law. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
There is the
that's
never approach, but again,
yeah.
that's like I'm saying. I don't think it wasn't I was going to approach to antagonize, right? And this is what it was said. It was said all throughout the case, even when they played the 911 call back. It was never an approach to antagonize. It was don't follow him.
Don't
Don't.
pursue.
And that's when he went back. He went back to his car. And that's when I said he came out, because again, they play it all. And even the chick said it. Like I said, you got to hear like the conversation, because once it was established, oh, you following? You look, nah, don't do that. Go back. It was, remember I said he was hiding in the cut. You know what I'm saying?
That's a missing piece.
Yes.
That is a missing piece. And that's still not a reason to justify.
It's not a justify him getting shot and killed.
But
you know
I see what you're
saying?
saying. Like, we were manipulated through the emotions.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a point, if
young niggas,
if it's a point, right? They are. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't want to bother.
I don't want to that part. So when you got a dude who is strapped, who is getting beat, who thinking, "Oh my God, I'm about to die," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is, you know, I can understand. But again, that comes with being a responsible gun owner. That comes with being, you know, training. That comes with all that. And that's something that I'm an advocate for. You know what I'm saying? So why I don't agree with him being dead, knowing all that I know now, it's like, damn. You know, and it be that way with a lot of these cases, because again,
ran back home.
I'm a right. And guess what? Guess how close to his house he was?
Very close.
Very close.
Very close.
He was, and that's
your ass back in the house.
And that's what, you know, and that was another thing that was brought up. It was like, well, he beat him because he was scared. But if he was really scared, why didn't he just run in the house? Because it was literally that close, and it was raining. And that was everybody's question, you know what I'm saying, that even led to the foolishness even starting was, yo, what you doing out in the rain?
Yeah.
Like, why are you looking suspicious? And again, when you get through these text messages and you start seeing a lot of like the transactions and what was going on during this particular time in his life, it all starts to, oh damn. Well,
I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna also be biased too, because nobody's questioning white kids, even if they don't live in the neighborhood. Be like, well, what do you do around here?
They do. I will tell you the truth. Georgetown. Okay, we got a house. I got a house in Georgetown. Interesting place. Very. Me and my partner, we grew up out there. I was born in St. Joseph's. I think if he wasn't born in St. Joseph, he was a baby too out there growing up. Right. Me and him standing in the yard talking. Dude rides up on his little, what you call them things?
Hoverboards.
Yep. Pull up on his little hoverboard and work for Vivint. And was selling insurance. And he came, he talked to us, and he was like, I got a question. Like, y'all live out here? Yeah. Grew up out here. It's like, okay, well, there's a dude at the front. I already knew he was talking about when he said it. I pulled up and I was getting ready to go ask for Vivint, you know, look at that. And he cussed me out. He told me to get the hell out of his neighborhood, and I ain't welcome here. And me and my partner, we black now. Both of us black. We look at each other and laugh because we knew who he was talking about. But it was like, hey, bro, you ain't read the sign when you came in?
No solicitors.
No solicitors. So if we tell you you ain't supposed to be out here, we're covered by our covenant.
Right.
There's no solicitors. Now, you can get with us and we can do a block party and we can invite you out here. You can talk to the people, you know what I'm saying, that way, because you can't go door to door.
Right.
Man, Girl Scouts don't even go do out here no more, man,
Right.
because it's no solicitors. But they do curse them out. Like when you're not supposed to be,
Yeah.
they will get at you. I've seen it happen. So it's like I want to get, and that was my issue with a lot of these cases where we get mad, right? We have a reason to be mad because certain things did, let's get the information. And as long as there's a reason to be mad, Jordan Neely, right? Be mad,
Yeah.
but handle it accordingly.
Yeah.
But also, when they say that, oh, it's neighborhood protection in Stand Your Ground State, well, guess what? Summerside, Cloverdale, Carver Village, Tatumville,
Yeah.
Sylvan Terrace.
Yep. Nottingham.
Get your neighborhood watches and associations and have your people who can legally carry
About one step away from that.
protect your neighborhoods. And that's where we should be, because they're doing it and they're obviously getting away with it.
Yep.
In those situations where they do get away with it, use it to your damn advantage.
Yep.
Don't make them get rid of it. Use it.
Yep.
That's just like, there's a show going on Sunday that I'm pissed off about that I have to go and protest on Sunday because they got a drag queen show for all ages.
Oh, I saw something about
at the Moon
that.
River Brewery.
I saw. Right? I don't have an opinion about that either way.
My opinion is kids. When you are opening that door for kids, I have an issue, right? Leave it to 18 plus. I don't care what you do at 18 plus. There should not be kids there. There should not, especially with it being at a brewery. Because guess what?
It's the brewery for me.
It's the brewery.
It's the brewery.
Okay.
For me.
So now,
because you can see the alcohol sales in Chuck E. Cheese and see how them adults cut up. So if you got a environment that encourages drinking and alcohol beverages, what more do you think is going to happen?
Come on now.
And then you're probably going to have people in the audience who are just there to heckle.
Come on now.
It's not a good situation. Like, you got to have so much security. There could have been a better way to roll that out.
Could have been.
Because you can call it a drag show, but even in theater, men have worn wigs and like stage plays and all of that stuff. So I'm not even opposed to that. It's just, the whole premise behind it is not safe.
It's not. And that's my issue with it being all ages.
Yeah.
I don't care if you do it for adults, but when you make it all ages and you know what's going on, you're being irresponsible. Okay. Not only that, my little brother, my older brother, shouts out to the dynamic duo that handles Pope Palooza. They had a teen Palooza planned that was going to be at Island Breeze. It was going to be in the backyard of Island Breeze, and it was going to be during the day at Island Breeze. Alcohol locked up.
Yep.
And nobody's going inside the building.
Right.
Everything's going to be outside in the backyard.
Right.
At most, they'll walk in through the front door and walk straight to the backyard. Right. But there's a whole nother door back there. So they could use that door to open to get into the back. All right. Someone from the city. Yeah, you know where this is going. Someone from the city contacted them and told them, oh, this is an establishment for alcohol. You can't have a teen event there.
It's a restaurant.
It's a fucking restaurant. And that was our argument. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't care.
It's a restaurant. It's literally a restaurant.
It's literally a restaurant. They made them cancel it. Wow. They made them cancel it. But here we got this here drag show for all ages at a brewery. Well, not only do they serve alcohol,
they make it.
They make it.
They make it. They got the big vats.
And nobody's stopping it. So outside of the 18 plus situation, it's more so for me. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
But that goes back to what we were saying earlier about our causes being hijacked.
And protected classes.
Yeah.
So I'm not with it. I can't stand with it. I won't stand with it. I'm done standing with any type of foolishness. We gonna take care of we the people, our people. That's it. And if anybody don't like it, then well, you can kick rocks. And if you want to fight, I know plenty of empty parking lots and empty lots that we can meet up in, and we can throw fisticuffs if that's what they want to do.
I thought we was gonna be loving Christians.
Listen, I want to be loving Christians. That's why I say if that's what they want, I'm putting the ball in their court of what they want. Because I just want to be like Genie. Just want to be like Genie. I'm talking about Robin Williams Genie now. I ain't seen the Will Smith Genie.
I don't even know neither one of those.
You don't know Robin Williams Genie? You know Robin Williams Genie, right?
I don't know what you talking about. Okay, you're gonna have to send me that.
Aladdin, man. That's Aladdin. The original Aladdin. Robin Williams was the blue genie. The new Aladdin, that one,
old.
it was. But we old.
That's when HBO was on Channel 5.
Boy, Channel 5. Shouts out when HBO was Channel 5. Let me see. Nickelodeon was 58. Disney was 59. Cartoon Network was 60. You get Nickelodeon, Disney, but they make you pay for Cartoon Network now.
Are you serious?
They make you pay for Cartoon Network.
That's insane.
That is not a part of the.
That is insane. Well, that's mostly because it's not for kids.
It's not for kids no more. You are so right. It is done.
Yeah,
it is done. But it's been done. I blame Adult Swim. Adult Swim started it.
But that was good shit.
It was, and it was at night, but it was so good.
That's good shit.
That it just Adult Swim. Yeah, I remember Adult Swim got earlier and earlier. Like it was like first it was 11.
I saw Black Jesus at 8 o'clock, and I was like,
right
early. Adult Swim, but I'm gonna watch it.
No, it's just TV.
It's just TV.
Yeah. You're watching people have relations on
they
air
say
TV
shit on BT, and I'm like, oh my god,
shit, they've been shit. They're finna say, boy, bitch is they top word. And it was funny. And it's been that way for years because it used to be a point. They would bleep out shit. They'd bleep out ass. But bitch road. I was like, God damn.
Right.
And he'd be like, you fucking bitch. You beeping, bitch. Like, wait a minute.
What?
You might as well just let fucking in there. Like, God.
Oh, my God.
But that's what they do. Unfortunately.
It is very unfortunate.
We got to fix these. We got to fix it. It's up to us parents. We the parents now.
That's true.
We the parents now.
That's another show. You're gonna have to get me back then.
Yeah, we definitely
we can talk about a bunch of stuff.
Because it's so much, but that is Friday Night Flights though. That's what I do.
Talk about a bunch of stuff.
Talk about a lot of stuff and go in, and the things and conversations that we need to hear. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole premises of it's the conversations that just need to be had. I advise everyone to whatever their flight of choice is, jump on your flight. Me personally, I'm a smoker. So, I hit the clouds, right? Cinco de Mayo was last week. And I was on I got a bottle of Malawian vodka. I got a partner.
What is that?
It's vodka from Malawi.
Oh, you did
Straight
say vodka. I heard that.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink vodka. So I tune that whole thing out.
I got you. But see, that's my joint. I love me some vodka.
I'm gonna be fighting.
Hey, listen, my thing is when it comes to liquor, white get you white get you right, and brown get you down. All right, because I be listen.
Down with the crown.
I understand. Hey, there's a lot of people down with the crown. Now, when I'm ready to get down and dirty, I get my brown. You feel me? When I know that, what he said, it's Mr. Nasty time, right? I'm gonna go get me. I'm gonna go get me some brown. If I'm trying to get in a point to where if I want to get in my emotions, right, that's true. I'm gonna get the brown.
That is true.
I like white because I like being happy. You know what I'm saying? I like being peppy and but not tequila was. I ruined myself with tequila my freshman year. Because Patron was going stupid in these streets.
You know what? And that was the devil. That's the devil juice. I got a lot of pictures from my college years because I was taking too many shots Patron. I can't remember the nights.
Okay.
You're right.
And that was what, 06 freshman year of college? Yeah, see, we right there together. Yes, see, I know. Listen, but see, we was doing stuff like mixing the Patron with the Everclear. Not the Everclear. The God damn it, not the Everclear. Not the Pinnacle.
With the golden grain?
No, it was green. It was green.
With the Maduring?
Nah.
The Jägermeister?
Because we called it Azure. Was it Azure? what is, I can't even think of the name of the
I don't
green,
even know
because
what
this
you're
was during the
talking
time
about.
that Nuvo and all of them was crazy. This is when all the rappers that,
Are
remember,
you talking
T-Pain
about the
had
one
the,
that make you hallucinate?
nah, it wasn't that one. It was green. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I'm gonna let you know. But it was
Answer that.
we called it antifreeze. That was the name of the drink.
That sound dangerous. What the hell?
Exactly.
Sound like you was poisoning
No,
yourself.
exactly. And we was getting right, but it was, I mean, it was two mixed liquors. And this, you had Hypnotic at the time, Nuvo was out at the time, and I'm gonna find this green liquor. I cannot remember the name of it right
Bring
now.
back the
But
Incredible Hulk.
yo, ooh. Do they even make Hypnotic still?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna bring back the
What was
Incredible
that?
Hulks.
I ordered the Incredible Hulk a couple of years ago. We was somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Are
don't
we
know.
going?
I don't remember what happened.
No,
to the rest
I'm
of
going
that
to the
night.
liquor store. We're gonna have our own, man. I got plenty of barbecues, man. I'm gonna have you back. I got the estate. I got 22 acres, 45 minutes away from here.
Hey.
All right. I got a y'all like to shoot, so I got a gun range.
Yeah.
All right.
I need to take mine out.
Yeah, come on with it.
Yeah, I was with you. You and I didn't even know that was my cousin at the time. Yeah, Tania is my cousin. And so yeah, that's
Okay.
my cousin by marriage.
Okay.
So that's who helped me get my gun. And I was like, Lord, I'm so lost. Thank God I ran in the bin.
Yes, sir.
I was like,
Doing my
help
thing.
me.
Having my two-way fun,
Yes.
you know.
And we the handful of black people at the gun show.
You know what? It's funny because now it'd be more than a handful.
It sure is.
They be in they like,
Sure
get me something, and I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
I'd be so happy. That's why I cannot wait to get this Black Guns Matter. Marge, we gonna link hopefully this weekend, brother. Get this Black Guns Matter going in Savannah. Shouts out to Naga and Yvonne.
Naga, Anthony Maben started that here.
Okay.
But I know he relocated.
Yeah, John Grimm has it now.
Okay.
Yeah, John Grimm. So shouts out to brother Grimm. They're working. I was a member of NAGA for a second, and then I got mad.
Oh.
Yeah, because they endorsed Joe Biden.
Oh Lord.
And it's and you can't be a group for guns and the gun rights of people, and then you endorse the man who want to come take guns. That don't make sense.
I think it was more so of
they wanted Trump gone.
Yeah,
that was it.
So
they wanted Trump gone. You didn't have to endorse anybody. You didn't have to endorse anybody. You could have just said, "Hey, we're staying out of this. We're just hoping whoever gets in there, we can work with to make sure that we ensure the rights of the black people to keep and bear arms. That's it. But to come out and actually say we endorse, like, at that point in time, it showed me your political hacks.
Right.
You're not about the mission of keeping guns and making sure that we're properly trained. Your political hacks. So I stepped away. And me and Grimm have been talking, and he has some ideas. And we're gonna make that happen. But Black Lives Matter. Oh God,
Black
Jesus,
guns
Black
matter.
Guns Matter. Some Jesus fucking Christ.
Got you covered.
Black, appreciate you. Because I'm gonna get to talking about BLM probably once we're gonna pause this, and then I'm gonna let y'all go home. Yeah, because I've had you for a minute, but it's Neely, man. I have a problem with the Jordan Neely thing in New York.
That was a big mess.
A whole big mess.
That was a big mess. First of all, it's all kind of bums people be on subways.
Yes.
It's New York.
Yes.
Now, them big ass rat cats
Come on now.
be running through the subway.
Choke the rat cat.
Right. People don't even think twice about that anymore.
Right.
As long as you stay away from me, I'm fine with that. Make all the noise you want.
And that's how it should be. Right. And that's my take. And it's it. And right now, again, I'm fighting conservatives right now because there's conservatives over there who's like, oh, now they want to lock up the hero. He wasn't no fucking hero.
He was a bully.
He was even at worst, he was a bully. I can see him being, somebody who people probably were scared. You got a bunch of pansies out here who probably couldn't take his words, you know what I'm saying? It probably was feeling some type of way because he's yelling, oh, I'm not scared to go to jail. You probably have some people who, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't have to. You know what would have shut him up? Shouts out to Hotep Jesus, because he says this all the time. I would have gave him $10 and he would have been quiet and happy.
Yeah.
Easily.
Like most bums.
He would have been quiet and happy, and we wouldn't have to worry about it no more.
Yeah.
So all y'all had to do was pull out a quarter or
Yeah.
2 quarter. Hey man, listen, I'm hurting, but I got
Yeah.
this. Here you go, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all hurting out here, but
It's
at least
New
I'm gonna help.
York.
Come on. Come on.
But
So
I mean, and you held that position.
mhm.
You held that position. So it wasn't like you were trying to stabilize him. You were really
You
trying to take
stayed
him
there.
out.
You stayed there.
You're
And then
really
the
trying
two
to take
people,
him out.
but now, bigger problem. Them 2 niggas that helped them, give them, they need to share in this second degree accessories to second degree manslaughter. They need to share this, right?
That's
You didn't.
wild.
I again, there's a lot of people who said they went for murder. I won't go for murder. I don't know if it
Not
was
first degree.
yeah, I don't think he set out like, yeah, nigga, I'm finna go kill you.
Yeah.
But I think that
After a while, it became too
it
overwhelming.
became too overwhelming, right? It became too
That's
overwhelming, and he
wild to
stayed in
me.
there and he died. So nah, man, something needs to happen with that. I don't think the dude deserves life in jail, but I do believe that
He
something
need to be
needs to
punished.
happen for this, and
Yeah.
people need to remember that. Listen, just because someone says something you don't agree with, don't mean you can choke them out.
Right.
Now, if this is the hill that y'all choose to die on, okay. I've had some people say some things to me that I feel was threatening. So, if
You've
it's good for
actually
the
been
goose.
threatened.
Oh, I have. I have. But guess what?
I've seen them.
Guess what? It was, did you see, it's a song went viral. Little dude got shot up, right? Got shot up, and we quick to go record something. The boy recorded a song, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Yeah.
I'm singing that. I'm
Yeah.
still alive. Ain't nobody yet. I think people know that with me, they gotta be ready for war. And I don't think people really it's okay to put it on Facebook and talk about it on the internet,
But you ain't gonna say it to
but
my
you ain't gonna say it
face.
to my face, And there's a dude whose name I will not mention, but I know you know him very well.
And I ain't gonna mention it either. I know exactly what you're talking about.
He assisted in making me viral at one point in time in the city of Savannah, right? Took a little picture, wanted to call me a super coon. Yes, he did. And I was looking for him. And by the graces of God, it was because he's a whole meter maid in these streets, or was a meter maid. I don't really know, but that's what his job is. And I was looking for him. It was days that I would just go ride through downtown Savannah. I was scouting, right? Because I wanted that energy. Like, there's one, I'm sorry, like, we get mad when white people use their hard ER, right? I get mad when my people call me that.
Yeah.
Because I do too much.
You do.
Too much.
You do. I agree with that.
To bear that from anybody, especially somebody who's not from here.
Now, would I been out there with the whole Trump flag? Probably not.
Probably not.
But you've always been like that, so it's not like it's something new.
It's not new.
It's not something new.
Just but like I'm out there with my Trump
not
flag.
Out here kissing ass either.
I'm out there with my Trump flag and this.
Yep.
At the same time. So like.
At the same time.
Come on, folks. Like, let's not.
At the end of the day, you got a goal you're trying to accomplish, and it's always been about Black empowerment.
That's it. That's it. So
at no point in time would I ever thought you was out there cooning.
And I appreciate that.
And I saw it, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's about to go down."
At least somebody knew. At least someone knew. So but so my brother was living on Forsyth Park at the time at the I think it was the Towers. I can't even remember. Telfair Towers. Telfair. And I was leaving my brother's house, and I turned on the Drayton, and I turned on the Park Avenue. And I was on my way here. I was coming here. And I'm riding by Brighter Day, and I look, and it's him.
Oh, Jesus.
I got the Park Avenue and bull and swung that truck, and that back end swung. And got back and threw that thing in park, and my pistol went on my side. It was actually on my dashboard. Like, my pistol was in view on my dashboard. Didn't grab it, didn't need it, didn't care. Hopped out the truck. So what's all that super cool shit you was talking? And them white folk looking like,
oh my god,
oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? And I was like, yeah, it was tough online, and I know he shit his pants, and I know because like what's going on with his day. He didn't know that I was about to just pull up, but it's like I need people. I graduated from Beach High School, right? I ain't no punk. I ain't no punk. It don't go down. You
Punk.
can't be.
Yeah.
You can't be.
Yeah.
So it's like, and to try me, and again, like we already feel some way about the refugees from that time period anyway. All right. So now you done did this extra stuff, and you done came after a prince of the city, cuz, and you thought the prince wasn't finna, boy. So now, you know, I did scare the living daylights out of them. And the white folk who was around, I know they had some scared.
Oh Lord.
But I let them know, look, you see how easy it was?
Yeah.
You see how easy it
know.
was?
You never know.
Watch your mouth when it come to me, boy. That's
never
all the
know.
grace you gonna get. And I got back in my truck. it was because, like, I'm sitting here watching this, and all these stupid coon fools from Savannah, right?
Yeah.
Steady chiming in. People who swear they friends, steady chiming in.
Big facts.
And I'm sitting there looking like, oh, okay.
That's why I don't ride for nobody.
Man, please. If you
Niggas
ain't
get the opportunity to jump on a train and steamroll your ass,
they gonna do it. And now them same folk to this day
out there, you running?
You running? Or
need somebody like you.
Bigger than that. I'm sorry. I gotta apologize because you told me. And you told us. You told us what was going to happen if we put so-and-so in office, whether it's the dude who in City Hall or the dude who in 1600 Penn. Yeah. You told us what was going to happen, and we didn't listen. Yeah. And now it's coming to pass, and you right. You were so right, and I'm so sorry for what I did. Yeah. I mean, I know you are, but like now let's come together and let's fix this. Listen, I ain't learned that yet. I have to be. I have to be because I'm already that much of an asshole. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because I'm that much of an asshole, and I know I'm that much of an asshole, there has to be points of humility for not only me, that's fair, but for them. That's fair. So I'm like, all right, I'm a whole big grown man over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm the whole. Listen, but most people, they don't think about it. They don't even look at it that way because the algorithm will show them a piece of me, right? They'll only see me in a comment section by piece, and they never come have the full conversation with me. And then when they have the full conversation, like, oh, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Which is, and I can't be riding on them trains with folks. Like, yeah, you might be far out sometimes, and we don't always agree, but I know what you're doing. And I know what you're doing. Like, there's action behind your words. You ain't out here bullshitting, just out here trying to get views and likes. Like, you boots on the ground. Always. Always. And I'm gonna be that because somebody has to be somebody else is doing the same thing, they really don't have much to say. That's why you can't take stock in what people say. Absolutely. You can't take stock in what people say. When you know you got a goal, you got a mission, you keep moving forward. Whoever want to ride with you, whoever want to support you, then come on, let's do it. Because we got goals to accomplish. We got things to check off the list. But if all you doing is lip service, if all you doing is yapping your gums, then baby, you can't ride with me. I don't need that. Get out of here. You're a distraction. You're up. Yeah. You're up. Period. if someone comes with a bigger check, you're going to take it. And you're going to sell me up the creek. You have none. You ain't got no principles. I can't stand with you on that. I can't respect you. You're done. Yeah. You got to go. Yeah. You got to get up out of here. So, listen, I've taken up a lot of your Friday night time. I was not expecting to be here this long. I understand, but you know, this is what happens. You know, we should have had the buttons on Real Talk. Yeah, you don't. Brooke called me too. Really? Yeah, Brooke called me in the beginning. Shouts out to my girl B Ash, man. Yo, listen, man. Real Talk was something special. It was. It was something special. We had a good time. I wish y'all would bring it back. With what time, Ben? I don't know. You got to make it. Listen, I had to make time for this, and now every Friday night at 8:00 is Friday Night Flights. Point blank. Period. You know, my kids' moms get mad. They'll call sometime after the time and they'll be like, listen, I told you I got a show. I'm gonna do my show. All right. I don't care what's going on. I was upset last weekend because I thought Jeezy was on Friday. Right. It was Saturday. It was a Saturday. I thought it was Friday. I was hurt because I still wasn't able to make it because I ended up having to do daddy duty. Yeah. But thinking that it was on Friday, and I was like, yo, I'm hurt, but I have to do my show. He doing his show. Yep. And he's making money. Yep. That's his craft. I have to do my show. Yep. I don't care what's going on. I'm going to do it. Yep. And I'm here with it now, and steady growing. I'm watching the algorithms mess with my numbers, because they just can't stand my black ass. But it's
We
fine.
ain't gonna even talk about that.
It's
They
fine.
irritate me because they do it to everybody.
Yeah, they don't want. So this all plays into what the FBI had with the Black Messiah Project.
Yeah.
Right. They do not want us to rise.
I agree with that.
They don't want us to rise.
I agree with that.
And any of us that have too big of a voice and that's against them.
Activism is dangerous. People don't believe that.
Very.
I've dabbled in it a little bit, and I was like, oh no, I have a family to think of. I have to be on the back end. I'll be background, I'll support, I'll do my advocacy. But activism is dangerous.
Very.
You got to know what you're getting into when you're getting into activism, especially Black activism.
Because they coming.
They coming.
And that's why, I think my saving grace has been, although I've been in activism, I've been rocking with Trump.
I believe that.
So they're like, oh yeah, we ain't got nothing to worry about. They already hate his ass because he rocking with Trump. So we ain't got nothing to worry about.
They don't put a lot of stock in you.
He'll put stock in him. But now is a different situation. Now you have a lot of Black folk who are coming over to the Trump side of life. Now you got a lot of people who's like, he may be an asshole, but you know what? I can.
He ain't lying.
So it's like now that people are feeling that way, they're looking at me like, oh, this nigga is an OG in this game. And these people are going to look at him. Just like I said it myself. When it's all said and done, people say people be living rent-free in minds. No, I'm going to be living as a god in people's minds, right? Because I gave them the blueprint and I showed them the way.
Yeah.
And everything that I said came to pass.
That's true.
So they're going to be like, damn, this nigga was right. Like he wasn't just partially right. This nigga right.
You ain't told no lies, but I mean, it's all predictable.
It is.
It's all predictable. If you ever pay attention to history, you can see it. You can see it at all. History repeats itself, and there's nothing new under the sun
at all.
So figure out your place.
And I know the place right now is that America is getting ready to fall because our empire has ridden its time limit for far too long. And if anybody knows history, there's only a little bit of time that empires have before they crushed. We are well over that limit. We are also due for another revolution because revolutions happen but every so many years, and we are well past the point of us needing another one. So all of these things are going to come to heed at the same exact time.
So I love America.
In my country.
I don't need nobody knocking on my door.
Right.
History repeats itself. Nothing new under the sun. And that's all I'm gonna say on that one. You ain't told no lies.
I don't want to. I don't ever want to be known as protocol a liar.
As Black families, though, let's be prepared for what's to come.
Yes.
We have survival skills.
We do.
In our blood.
Niggas and cockroaches.
Hit to the earth and yes.
Niggas and cockroaches, boy. We gonna be here to the end. Yeah, that's an old adage. That is old. I heard that. My daddy say it, and it was on one of our old Black movies. I can't even think of it right now. But yeah, niggas and cockroaches. They'll survive the nuclear ending. Oh man.
Oh Ben, I'm gonna get out of here.
Most definitely, man. I appreciate you for coming by. Mel, any last words you want to leave with the people when it comes to anything? I'm gonna shut up and this on you, and I'm gonna cut this off.
Oh, okay then. All right. Well, I know we didn't get into the full depths of what I do, but if you're more interested in learning what I do as a CPA, as a certified public accountant licensed by the state of Georgia to practice public accounting to help your small to medium-sized businesses, especially Black businesses, because that is my primary focus, you can visit my website at mmjohnsoncpa.com. You can also ask me quick questions, like very quick, and then if you have anything more in depth, schedule that consultation because you pay for everything else. You're going to pay me too. But when you pay me, it's an investment, baby. We here to make money. We here to grow. And for sure, if we work together, that's what I want to see you do is grow because there's money out here in these streets. Now let's go get it.
Ching, 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 ching. We going to get that money, man. We got to get that money. Y'all, give me 2 seconds to walk my girl out this door. And we gonna get back to it because listen, she don't want to be here for this, but I'm here for it all, right?
You got a reputation to protect.
And you protect it because, baby, Trump went ham on Wednesday on CNN. CNN is against the ropes. They looking bad. They looking real bad. And you know what? It was about time that they behinds got exposed. So we're going to talk about this Trump town hall in just a second. But you know what? Guess what I'm going to give y'all? I'm going to give y'all some extra songs. That's right. We're going to play another song at the end of this. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and play my dog, my brother, Smooth, a.k.a. your fave musician.
Hey.
This song is called Up. Enjoy this, and I shall return. Mo, thank you for coming in, babes.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
Smooth. Yeah. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Time to set the tone. One-on-one can't make a clone. Bet he knows that he really dope with these witty quotes on the beat I flow. You see it right, I ain't got a gloat, but I took the L and now I'm the GOAT. Self-reflection, just my opinion. I'm a monarch like Old Dominion. Ain't you for life, I ain't never switching. Do what you want to in your kitchen. That money calling, my fingers itching. Don't play these games, never twitching, man. It's okay that I don't get mentioned. My name ring, they know what's up with me. Get on any beat comfortably, and when I get going, boy, I'm something to see. I'ma be everything that I wanna be. This was meant for me. I'm the son of G's. Love our work, roll up my sleeve. I'ma get it done long as I believe. We just alike cause we breathe and bleed. I know it's gonna grow if I plant the seed. I'm a champion like Willis Reed, and we moving up with that Godspeed like, yeah. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Just bought me a ticket, it's a one way. Yeah. Smooth. Look. It's easy to be yourself in this world, but some folks wanna be others like they ain't got their mothers. They got it bad like Usher. Mama always say your best was enough. And the road might be rough, your mental gotta be tough. And through experience, I'm finding out a word was so true. Don't get caught in the loop, thinking nothing bad's gonna happen to you. Just being a part of being human to do, but you gon' get through. This problem need a powerful person, that's why they sent you. Look, I know you tired of being a bigger person, but it look good on you and it's truthfully the better version. Cause lack is something that you can't afford, and it's discouraging cause you deserving to ride in that car behind the curtains. I know you wake up some days and you smile, others hurting. Pray to God, hands together. Is it all worth it? Yeah, it is. Just be patient, stack your chips in your dip. Just don't become a slave to your chain and your whip. Hope the mental don't get slain and your mind is equipped to handle all of this pain. Then the championship, feeling all of this rain to see the sun when they hit. Now you popping champagne cause you really did it. Feel good, my boy, it's okay. You can relax now. Let me tell you what you did with the rock. You laid the smack down, yeah. And you don't know how to act now. Made it so far, you ain't never going back now. I'm just buried in my thoughts, things that I was taught, all the battles I done fought, yeah. Memories I bought, feelings I done caught. I'm just buried in my thoughts. I'm just buried in my thoughts, things that I was taught, all the battles I done fought, yeah. Memories I bought, Feelings out of card, I'm just buried in my thoughts. Look, my daddy was an inspiration. So growing up, I thought I'd just be a reincarnation. But 30 years apart, we grew up in a different nation. So our foundation was different, but what he said, he meant it. So I listened, but somehow still created my own edition. Had me like 007, had to carry out a mission. Through 8 sets of eyes, I was seeing a different vision. Just describing to you about the soil that I was risen in. Always knew my aura was big, was never fitting in. Had to go and get my soul, though it was sitting in sin. All the light was hitting away. I had to look within like a planet needed some space to let the growth begin. Grown man bars is something you gotta deal with. Look up to the stars, we ain't never gotta conceal this. Lifting up the weight with the bars, come make go real quick. Hoping that your reach will go far and that you feel this. I'm just buried in my thoughts. Things that I was taught, all the battles I done fought, yeah. Memories I bought, feelings out of card. I'm just buried in my thoughts. I'm just buried in my thoughts. Things that I was taught, all the battles I done fought, yeah. Memories I bought, feelings out of card. I'm just buried in my thoughts.
Yeah. One time, your boy Pro is back in the building. See, this thing still acting all haywire and stuff. I don't know. One time for my girl Mel checking in the building. Mel Joe, awesome CPA, awesome woman, smart as a whip. Came through and held it down with your boy. But she did not want to get down on this next part of the show. And I can completely understand why. Because it's about to get real spicy. That's right. It's about to get real spicy. Let's bring my boy up. So on Wednesday, we had an amazing treat provided to us by CNN. Let's go ahead and add it to the screen. Buried in my thoughts. All right, y'all. Here we go. Y'all can see on the screen, we have Mr. 45, 47. Donald Trump.
Presidential town hall with former President Donald Trump. President Trump, I'd like to meet Jennifer Simmons.
CNN.
She is a stay-at-home mom
And,
and former town selectman from Wyndham.
When I tell
She's
you,
Republican and she voted for
Trump
you in
put on a
2020.
clinic
Jennifer, what's your question
on
tonight?
CNN
Good evening,
ads?
Mr. President. Title 42 is expected
Trump
to
put on a
expire
clinic
tomorrow.
on CNN
Our
ads,
southern
y'all.
border and now our northern border are
This
experiencing
chick here,
record migration. We learned on May
Caitlyn
2nd
chick,
that the Biden administration
no
plans on
bueno,
deploying
y'all.
1,500 troops to the southern
Caitlin's
border.
no bueno, y'all.
Do you agree with deploying troops to the border?
And let me show
how
you
will
what
a
we're
Trump
talking about.
administration
I'm going to let
slow
you
down
hear,
the
and
rate
then
of
I'm going
migrants
to
coming
show
across
you.
all our borders?
Sure.
I'm going to show you where she is full of business. Fair use, fair use.
CNN's Republican presidential town hall with former President Donald Trump. President Trump, I'd like to meet Jennifer Simmons. She is a stay-at-home mom and former town selectman from Wyndham. She's a Republican and she voted for you in 2020. Jennifer, what's your question tonight?
Good evening, Mr. President. Title 42 is expected to expire tomorrow. Our southern border and now our northern border are experiencing record migration. We learned on May 2nd that the Biden administration plans on deploying 1,500 troops to the southern border. Do you agree with deploying troops to the border, and how will a Trump administration slow down the rate of migrants coming across all our borders?
Sure. A very fair question, especially since tomorrow is going to be a day of infamy. You're going to have tens of thousands of people pouring into our country. Even the judge, the judge overruled them when they wanted to terminate it early. And he said, that you better extend this thing. The judge in Texas said, I hope you're going to extend this, but this is my policy that they're letting terminate because they lost in court. They wanted to go earlier. You're going to have millions of people pouring into our country right now at a level that nobody's ever seen before. These people are sick. Anybody that wants this to happen to our country, they're destroying our country, and this should not be allowed to happen. How they're not going to do a version of Title 42 or my Title 42, which was tough. If people are sick and have infectious diseases and lots of other problems, We don't want them being into our country. We have enough problems right now. We have problems like we've never had in the history of our country.
But Mr. President,
our country
the
is
reason it's
being
ending,
destroyed.
The reason it's ending is because the health policy, the COVID era pandemic emergency, is coming to an end. That's what Title 42 was. You put it in place because of COVID.
True, but
when it comes to big questions about what your immigration policy would look like if you are reelected, some of your Republican rivals have criticized you for not fulfilling the promises that you made on the campaign trail, like finishing the border wall. So how do voters know that you would get those done if you're reelected?
I did finish the wall. I built a wall. I built hundreds of miles of wall, and I finished it. And then I said, we have to build some more because there are areas like water going through a dam. There are some areas where a lot of people are coming. You close up one, and they come into another. And we started another 100 miles of wall. In fact, I said to my people, if we start this and don't finish it, and then we had a rigged election, I'm sorry to say it.
The election was not rigged, Mr. President. You can't keep saying that all night long.
And
We're gonna get into that.
They took over and they decided not to finish it. It would have taken them 3 weeks. I built hundreds of miles of wall. If we didn't have it, it would be hard to believe it could be any worse. They're just letting people flow into our country. Look, a country has to have borders. There's never been anything like is happening to our country right now.
You built about 52 miles of new wall when you were in office, Mr. President. It wasn't the complete wall. One other thing that with
no, but I have to respond to that.
With your immigration, it was only about 52 miles of new wall.
This is what she does. I built hundreds of miles. Some of the wall was up there and would be laying on the ground, rusted, rotten steel, rusted, rotten wood, and what the radical left crazy Democrats did, if there's a piece of wood laying down, they consider that a wall. I built 30-foot walls that go down 7 feet into the ground. If there was a little piece of wood sitting in the ground, they said, oh, he's not building a wall. We already had a wall. Because this is the game. They're a party of disinformation.
It's not a game, Mr. President. It's about 52 miles of new wall. One other immigration...
All right. I gotta cut that bitch off. Yeah, I know. And the reason why, because again, they be on that bullshit, right? They be on that bullshit. So she says that, Mr. President, you only built 52 miles of wall. You only built 52 miles of wall. You didn't know. You only built 52 miles of wall. You built 42 miles of wall. You didn't build. You didn't build. U.S. News and World Report. Now, we all know U.S. News, right? This is a reputable news source. It's been a reputable news source as far as I've known for a very long time. So, how much of Trump's border wall was built? February 7th, 2022. Now, this was a year ago. All right. Just hours after President Joe Biden took office in January 2021, he signed a handful of executive orders fulfilling campaign promises and signaling the priorities of his fledgling administration. Among them, in order to immediately halt construction on former President Donald Trump's signature border wall. Okay. So Biden stopped the wall from being built or being finished. Trump's signature promise to build a barrier along the southwest border of the U.S. propelled him to victory in 2016, and his administration during his term appropriated some $15 billion for its construction, a big chunk of which was taken from the Defense Department's budget after Congress refused to meet administration's funding demands and prompting a lengthy government shutdown. So, check it. It is... Jesus Christ, is that smooth? Is that all smooth? Y'all, that's smooth, y'all. Tell oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we need that down. We need that on mute. So hopefully it's muted now. Oh, there we go. All right, now it is. So Trump's signature promise to build a barrier. Okay, we talked all that, the lengthy. Then it's defense. They talk about it being taken from the defense budget. Listen, y'all, it is defense. We're defending the border. So there's nothing wrong with it coming out of our budget, especially when the defense budget is the biggest fucking budget. It's funny. They cry about the defense budget being too big and how it could go to other things. And then it does go to other things, but it's actually for defense and they get mad. It's because the Democrats are fucking loony. But here's the big thing that I wanted to show y'all. Before Biden stopped new construction on the wall, the Trump administration had built 458 miles of what is dubbed as border wall system, according to final figures compiled by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. The wall consists mostly of 18 to 30 foot steel bollards anchored in concrete. The barrier also has sensors, lights, cameras, and parallel roads in some places. You see that right there, y'all? Total 458 miles. All right, guys. What do we have? In red, recently built. In blue, pre-existing barriers. So now, let's look at this map. That's a lot of red, y'all. That's a lot of red, y'all. That's a lot of red. Recently built, pre-existing barriers. Some 226 miles, or nearly half of the total number of miles built, run along the border in Arizona, including more than 100 miles in both the Border Patrol sector near Yuma and in the sector near Tucson. So Trump built 458 miles. 458 miles. And what did this bitch say out her mouth?
The little piece of wood sitting in the ground, they said, oh, he's not building a wall. We already had a wall. Because this is the game. They're a party of disinformation.
It's not a game, Mr. President. It's about 52 miles of new wall.
It's about 52 miles of new wall. But U.S. News said, per the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, 458 miles recently built. CNN, y'all, and you got dumbasses like Anderson Cooper and all these some bitches. Oh, well, it was fact checking. He was just sitting there. He was just spewing out lies all over the place. And he was lying. He was lying about the election. And he was lying about this. And he was lying about that. He was just doing nothing but lies. No, you guys were fucking lying. You guys were the liars. And you got your ass handed to you, didn't you? Did it feel good? Did you like it? Did you like it? Then, oh, y'all so sick. Y'all so sick. Y'all got mad about this. We're gonna pull up this other one too. Oh, yeah, it's going down. Baby, it's going down. We're gonna talk about this one. That's right. We're gonna talk about this. Y'all gonna have to feel this wrath. Y'all gonna have to feel this wrath. Feel it. Feel it. Where is it? Here we go. This was beautiful. So after the town hall, which was an amazing hour and it was an hour and 10 minutes. It was supposed to be an hour and 30 minutes, but they ended it early because Trump was just kicking their ass. So this question took place, and this was a very funny question.
Does it bother you that he keeps talking about 2020 and not 2024? I'll ask you first. This is Jonathan Leslie. He's 40, Republican, voted for Trump twice. How do you feel about those lies?
So I feel like part of it's also the media narrative, as you guys asked in the first question at the town hall about the 2020 election, rather than current stuff.
So don't you think you could say it's time for them to start talking about 2024 and not lies that aren't true?
Couldn't the media ask him a question about 2024?
Well, there were questions, but you're right, that was the first thing, but that's something that was on our mind.
Why does President Trump keep talking about the 2020 election? Why won't he let go of the 2020 election? Did you motherfuckers let go of the 2016 election? No, you did not. So if you didn't let go of the 2016 election all the way up until 2020, why should he let go of 2020? Huh? Are you gonna what did she say? Are you going to accept the elections? I got to find that one because man, listen, that chick there, boy, She had me she had me hot. She had me hot under the collars. I don't even have it bookmarked. Got to be more careful. I'll make sure I'll tweet it out, y'all. Matter of fact, no, we're gonna see if we can find this right quick. Okay. I'm just buried in my thoughts. It's a long one. It's gonna be a 3-hour one. That's all right. I'm with it. I'm with it. I hope y'all with it too. Let's see here. Is this it right here? Let's see if this is y'all.
And they were breaking into the Capitol, smashing windows. You did tell your supporters to come to Washington. You tweeted about it.
No, that ain't it, and I don't want that playing either. All right, let's see what this is.
The Constitution. When you've talked about the 2020 election results in the past, you once suggested terminating the Constitution. Do you stand by those comments?
No. You were able to do certain things. I'm not talking about terminating the Constitution. I'm talking about cherishing the Constitution. The Constitution says that we're supposed to have legal and well-maintained and well-looked-at elections, and we didn't have that. I cherish our Constitution, but we have to live up to the Constitution. We weren't living up to the Constitution.
I was just saying there's no evidence of that election fraud. You did once tweet.
You're supposed to say that, but I'm glad you say that. But
you're supposed to say that.
That was a horrible election. That was a horrible election. And unless somebody's very stupid, and I know you very well, you're not stupid at all, but you perhaps are given an agenda or you have an agenda. Look, we have to have honest elections in our country. We have open borders. We have.
All right, y'all.
You look at what's happening.
I want to introduce y'all
elections.
to Michelle Long Spears. You see her on your screen right now. Michelle Long Spears. Michelle Long Spears ran for the DeKalb County Commission up there in the Atlanta, Georgia area. And you see she's happy talking about election day. She made it to a runoff. That was on June 21st. So this election took place in March of 2022. If y'all remember, this was during the primary where we were voting for who would essentially end up running for senator and the school board elections and things of that nature. So their county commission election was during this time in 2022. So, well, why are you talking about this lady in Atlanta, Pro? I'm glad you asked. Michelle Long Spears, and if you've seen this before, if you've been here with us on Friday Night Flights, you've seen this before. I'm going to keep banging it home until people check this out. So, Michelle Long Spears, tweet 1 of 3 on the thread. In case you missed it, after all of our hard work and your support over the last 3 months, a massive error showed our election day results in every precinct except for at 0. Yes, that's right. 0 votes in all precincts except 4. And I believe she has 40 precincts in her district. I think that's what it said up top. Even at her home voting precinct where she votes for herself, she had 0 votes. Zero. So they saying this woman didn't even vote for herself. But not only are they saying that she didn't vote for herself, they also said that her husband didn't vote for her either. So being that she had 0 votes in her own home precinct, that raised some alarms. So what did she do? She sounded the alarm. She sounded the alarm with the Board of Elections, and they had a hand recount. Well, the results of the hand recount showed that not only, now this is the first race before the hand recount, Marshall Orson, 5,226 votes. Lauren Alexander, 400. 4,382 votes. Michelle Spears, 3,031 votes. Total of 12,639 votes. Well, then they did the recount, and Michelle Spears went from 3,031 to 6,651. Lauren Alexander went from, well, her numbers went to 4,000. I think that's 4,000 to 727, or maybe 737. Not exactly sure because she drew over it. And then Marshall Orson went from 5,226 votes to 3,928 votes. Say this again. 5,226, 3,928. 5,226, 3,928. Votes were subtracted from Marshall Orson and given to Michelle Long Spears. It had to be. But then there's also another issue. There's an extra 3,000 votes here. Where'd they come from? And Marshall number still went down. Still went down. Marshall lost 2,000 votes. What happened? So what would have happened if we were going to go along with what they're saying over on CNN? What would happen if Michelle Long Spears couldn't question her election? Because clearly she was almost cheated. It was definitely rigged. It was rigged. It was rigged because votes went from one person to another person. That is called being rigged. And that happened in 2022. You don't think it's possible to have happened in 2020? See, Michelle Long Spears thing, it did go national in a sense, but they fixed it and shut it up really quickly. And they put all the news articles behind paywalls. They're hiding it from you. So Trump has every right to say, no, I'm not going to accept it if I don't feel like it's right. Why would I accept an election that said that I didn't vote in my own home precinct? Does that make sense to you? Don't make sense to me. No. Wisen up, people. Wisen up. There's a lot more to that Trump town hall that was freaking awesome that I do believe that you need to check out. Please go watch it. Educate yourself. You have to. It's inherently on you. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for kicking it. Those who kicked it in, man. It's been 2 hours, 53 going on 54 minutes of solid awesomeness, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this show. We're going to get us a song, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check out the website, man. Check out the website if you haven't yet. RecRadioSAV.com, baby. Check us out. You can get this show right here live. You see the site. We here. Play the music right here. We got the weather up here. Let you know how the weather going on in Savannah at the moment. Look, you see that music, Soul Child, Teach Me How to Love. It's running right now, Rec Radio SAV. Here we are right here. If it ain't about the money, this is you. This is us right here. Right now, just come in, click play video. You can catch the video. We got our bulletin board with all the information and things that's going on in the city. Speaking of tomorrow, Stop the Violence basketball tournaments going on. What else we got over here for the good people? Also tomorrow, I have this financial freedom workshop series, man. 4 p.m. We got the great Miss Mad Flo Glover making a difference for life and others. She's going to come in and she is going to be our presenter when it comes to understanding how money works, man. Getting your debt management and increasing your cash flow. We're going to be on Zoom and it's going to be live in person here in Savannah. So if you're here in the city, slide through. It's going to be an awesome event. Or if you just want to come in on Zoom, come on in. All the information is located on the flyer. And we'll make this happen, Captain. We are going to make this happen. We're going to make a difference for life and others, man. I'm just saying. We're going to do that. Also, you got the area where all my Savannah sounds are. We got a lot of great music. You know, my girl Flage. We got my dog, VP the Street Scholar, King of Zamunda, featuring Clay Hodges, man. Salt Life, y'all heard some of his music at the beginning of this here show. And a whole lot more, man. So y'all make sure y'all slide through. Check it out. We got plenty of news articles down in this thing too. Y'all know hurricane preparedness needs to be underway because it's that time. It's hurricane season. It's among us, y'all. We here. Kicks off in June and it's already warm, so we could have an early season. I'm just saying. We got bricks. Shouts out to my dog, Gator Rivers, Larry Gator Rivers, Chatham County Commissioner, former Globetrotter. He passed away. I told you his funeral was earlier this week on Wednesday. It's a whole lot of good stuff, man. Talked about Orange Crush. Whole lot of things, man. Make sure you go check it out. RecRadioSAV.com. If you're an artist, you want your music played, we got you. You can get you some good old spins over there with us. And if your BMI ASCAP, hey man, you in the win. You in the win. So, y'all, I thank y'all again for y'all time. But it is time for us to make us a good old slide. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to find us a nice exit song. I think I want to hear my dog tonight. We're going to hear my guy. Hear him and his guitar. I know who I'm talking about when I say the guitar man. Yeah, that's right. Jacob Evans, Mr. Jacob Sandwich. Y'all might not know, but I gave him that name, Jacob Sandwich. I ain't lying, no flex. You can ask little bro, he'll tell you. Jacob Sandwich and the hors d'oeuvres. That's right, because Jacob Evans was already taken. So Jacob Sandwich and hors d'oeuvres. Anyway, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. Yeah, have a good night. Enjoy this track by Jacob Evans. The song is called One More Lie. You probably heard it before. You're going to hear it again because this is my shit. Good night, people.
What if you could do it?
Oh, they hit me with the ad. Ad's gone.
What you had said? What you had said when you said it? Yo.
No, I can't stop. No, I can't stop. No, can't understand it. I can't command my heart the way you do. The way you do. It's too much to manage, but I can't stop 'cause I can't lose. I can't lose you. We're so far down this time, but it's just one more reason why we can give this up tonight. Just one more line, just one more line. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I can't see that it is all in my head. Tell me where this leads. Is this where we should be, or is this where we should end? Or tell me why, don't waste my time. This is a bad thing. If that's how it is, don't know what you want. I don't want nothing. Something we know, something we don't, something we can't speak. Something we know, something we don't, something we can't speak. I can't understand it. I can't command my heart the way you do. The way you do. It's too much to manage, but I can't stop cause I can't lose. I can't lose you. We're so far down this time, but it's just one more reason why we can give this up tonight. Just one more line, one more line, just one more line. Maybe it was you. I think you always knew just what to say to keep me holding on. Now you're at a loss because I'm moving on, and I can't go back to you again. And baby, it's not your fault. I can't see your face no more. And I know this happens too often. Your name on my list, I'm crossing. And baby, it's not your fault. I can't see your face no more. And I know this happens too often. Your name on my list, I'm crossing. I can't understand it. I can't command my heart the way you do. The way you do. It's too much to manage, but I can't stop cause I can't lose. I can't lose you. We're so far down this time, but it's just one more reason why we can give this up tonight. Just one more line, one more line, just one more line.
All right, y'all. Good night. See you next week.